Would throw here, stands back near his own end zone, fires it out, and Gorkuber's got it! He's out past the 30, 40, midfield, down to the 40, he could go all the way! Oh my goodness! So we must have had Kelly Meyer the previous one, so Abby Haig tournament. Now here is a pitch, Snidey gets it, he'll go down in the backfield! Oh! So Francisco Rodriguez will take the corner kick, bending it in, a header and a goal! Chances for the team taking the corner. This one is bent in, a header, and it's off the goal post and in! And the Cardinals. Now a play in the middle, again pushed over. Monticello getting a little tentative here. Schlichting will down it. Here comes St. Cloud getting behind the defense here. Longnecker trying to make the shot. Lewis is battling Recklin Ellingson, and here's a shot. Outlet ahead. Gavin Roderick on the front end. Alexandria scored 11 of the next 13, and the Cardinals have played from it. Up the right side, he's got room, takes the shot. Save made, rebound. Up against the host St. Cloud Crush at the top of the hour, and then a little bit later on as we get deeper into the Cardinals will stay around while the Brainerd Warriors will make their appearance on the mat. Brainerd will wrestle in the second and third parts of this triangular, Alexandria in parts 1 and 2. Normally the courtesy is given to the team that travels the farthest, is the one that gets to wrestle first against the host school. And for Central Lakes Conference competition, the host school usually wrestles first and then wrestles last at the end of the night. So as you join us on our Leighton Media platforms, we welcome you to St. Cloud Tech High School on the south edge of St. Cloud for our Alexandria Wrestling Play-by-Play. We're going to be going on into the 5 o'clock hour, 6 o'clock hour, likely into the 7 o'clock hour as well with our Alexandria Cardinal Wrestling coverage. One of 2 nights where we have Alexandria Wrestling during this 2025-26 regular season. Let me introduce some of the people that are helping to make this possible. We've got Jackson as our KXRA radio studio engineer at Master Control. Another young man, Jackson, he goes by JP Boleen on the airwaves. JP is our video tonight here at St. Cloud Tech High School, helping to administer the Voice of Alexandria streaming option available for you on our YouTube channel. My name is Dave McClurg. One-time Alexandria Cardinal wrestling coach and Cardinal wrestler himself, Tom Ellison, is along with me for this evening's broadcast. And Coach Ellison and I have partnered up previously. And Tom, first of all, great to have you here. I always enjoy having the opportunity to work with you. I think your insight is terrific. And obviously, having coached the sport and competed in the sport, you can see things from a lot of different angles.
Thanks for having me again. I'm very happy to be here. Looking forward to a great season. Always exciting to get the Cardinal wrestling season underway.
And, this really is the lid lifter. I think only St. Cloud has had a competition so far, and that was a tournament, I believe, last week before the Thanksgiving holiday, whereas for Alexandria and for the Brainerd Warriors, their first competitions of the year. I know we'll hear from Alden Strukin, the Cardinals head wrestling coach, in our next segment of our Jutner Motors pre-match coverage. But he pointed out that, Brainerd kind of thumped his team pretty solid on the mat last year. And, he's kind of intrigued to see how this year's Alexandria team matches up. And then meanwhile, for St. Cloud, again, they're kind of, taking their talent from Tech High School as well as Apollo High School. I believe there is a Hug in the Crush lineup, and
yes.
I think the Hug family has been synonymous with pretty solid wrestling at St. Cloud Tech, and now with the Crush, and and I think one of those wrestlers with the last name of Hug will be wrestling toward the end of the duel. But I would think we'll see one really competitive match at the start, and then, hopefully Alexandria hangs in. I know that Brainerd has won a lot of the head-to-head meetings with the Cardinals over the last few years. I think it was maybe 2 seasons ago, possibly 3, where the Cardinals were able to squeak through with a win over Brainerd. But, you're always going to have some good wrestlers with the school that has the largest enrollment of any in the Central Lakes Conference.
Yeah, and they've always been competitive. Even back in the day when I was coaching, it always seemed to be quite a task to either go up to Brainerd or Brainerd come to our gym and compete with them. They always have strong individuals and always a pretty solid lineup all the way through.
If you are watching on our YouTube channel, the mat that will be used is the one that actually has the St. Cloud Crush logo on it. Of course, with St. Cloud, being featured as the Crush, involving students from Apollo High School and Tech High School. They kind of used a color scheme from each of the high schools. Of course, St. Cloud Tech High School's colors are orange and black. St. Cloud Apollo's school colors are the patriotic red, white, and blue. So you get the orange representing Tech, and you get the blue representing Apollo. And, of course, they have a very attractive logo that they use, a big, mallet, if you will, trying to break rock, and hence the nickname of the St. Cloud Crush.
Wonder if that comes from a little bit of the Granite City deal. Right?
Yeah, it could very well be. Yeah, a lot of granite. not that far from where we're broadcasting right now.
Yeah.
So as you're watching on our YouTube channel, the Alexandria wrestlers are doing some stretching out on the ice. And
on the mat. Yep.
Yeah, on the ice. There's my first faux pas of the night. So I told JP as we were coming in, one of the fringe benefits of covering a game in a gymnasium as opposed to a hockey arena, you don't have to keep the surface cool.
Right.
So,
yes.
But we're definitely enjoying the room temperatures tonight. And on the mat here at St. Cloud Tech High School, the Cardinals and the Crush are less than a half an hour away from competing. We do want to give you a programming note. Our KXRA 5 o'clock news hour is being preempted today for our Alexandria Cardinal wrestling coverage. We'll be back with our regular schedule of Cardinal sports reports coming up on Friday. The full reports around 8:20 in the morning and 5:35 in the afternoon. And then we'll have the abbreviated 90-second Alexandria Cardinal Sports Report on the air around 12:15 Friday afternoon. This is our pre-match coverage brought to you by Jutner Motors of Alexandria. And even though we will have 2 separate duels for broadcast purposes, this is one broadcast. So one Jutner Motors pre-match show, one Jutner Motors post-match report. And then after the completion of the first duel, then we have our Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-match report of the night. So by that time, we will have the final result of the duel between the Crush and the Cardinals. And again, we anticipate that will be coming up as we get closer to 6 p.m. Now along our latent media platforms, we're going to take our first break. We'll enjoy some messages from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports programming. And then when we return, you'll be hearing a segmented interview that I was able to record earlier this morning. And full disclosure, it is a little bit of a start and stop, so we threw in a few extra sound effects as part of the interview. But Alden Struken, the head coach of the Alexandria Cardinal Wrestlers, will be our guest after this timeout.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
Casa Jalisco.
Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted best real estate company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, RX Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Welcome back to our Jutner Motors pre-match coverage as we come to you from St. Cloud. Our pre-match coach's comments are being brought to you by Alamere Health. It's better here. Wrestling coach Alden Struken is joining us prior to Alexandria's triangular at St. Cloud Tech High School. Alden, first of all, great to be reconnecting with you. I know that you've been in the wrestling room with the guys for roughly 3 weeks or so, but how have things gone so far in terms of getting ready for what will be a full December schedule here?
It's really been a fantastic start just to see the team back together again on the mats. It's just that energy and enthusiasm, and I think there's just a lot of overall excitement. The kids are doing fantastic, and we've got a few 3 girls in the wrestling room this year too. Lily Faber, Ashlyn Troutman, Denise Arriaga. So we're excited to have that going on, which is new with our program. So there's a new type of excitement there too.
With having 3 ladies as part of the sport now, what type of schedule do they have the opportunity to compete in? Because I know that girls wrestling is becoming more popular in general in the state of Minnesota, but will the 3 Alexandria ladies have the opportunity to have a pretty aggressive schedule themselves?
Yes, absolutely. There's a number of teams, like say next week we wrestle UCB and DGF. They've never had girls in their high school program either. That's a new thing for them too. So I think UCB has 6 or 7 girls and DGF has around 11. So anyways, it's new for them too. So they're going to get opportunities as girls wrestling grows in more programs this year. And then obviously we have some dedicated girls only events for them to go to as well. So they're going to get a full schedule just like the boys too, which is awesome.
Regarding the boys that are out for the sport this year, as I kind of glanced at your roster, Alden, there are some upperclassmen that do make the roster, so obviously they've got the most experience, but do you have some other underclassmen that do have returning experience this winter?
Yeah, we do have, like Luke Kelly, for example, he was moved up as a 7th grader. Phoenix Swar, those guys are back as 8th graders still in our high school program. On the varsity side, Luke Kelly will be in there. Grayson Zerbis at 107, he's a 7th grader, and I think he's going to be a great leadoff guy for us. He's a full 107 pounds, and he came to our team camp this summer, and so I got high expectations for him, but it's going to be a learning curve for anyone like that that's stepping into the varsity for the first time. And then we've got Cale Stumble, he'll be our leadoff guy at 121 as a 9th grader, new to the high school program, so there's some excitement for those new ones too. So
in terms of question marks that you may have through your lineup, are there some spots where it might take a while to try to figure out who's going to be the regular guy in that weight?
Yeah, I think 107's one of those two. Grayson and Graham McGibbon is another 7th grader, had some good wrestle-offs with Grayson. They know each other very well, obviously, so those wrestle-offs are really tight. At 121, Cale Stumvol and Carter Jolrud. They had their wrestle-offs went 2 out of 3. It went all 3 matches there. So I think, as kids are getting healthy too, we've got a few kids that are a little bit banged up that didn't get to wrestle off.
We pick up on our conversation here with Alexandria Cardinal wrestling coach Alden Strukin. And Alden, you were talking a little bit about some different weights where you've had some wrestle-offs, but are there other middle to upper weights where there might be some question marks at the outset of the year?
Yeah, we had them throughout the middle of the lineup too, and we were a little bit shorthanded in terms of depth in the upper weight classes, but this year I think we had as many or more wrestle-offs than we've ever had, which is a great thing. Kids are trying to earn a spot at the varsity level, test themselves, establish themselves in the depth chart. So, that's always exciting. We always want to put our best wrestler out on the mat, and so we're going to give them as many opportunities as we can to get to wrestle off for those varsity spots.
In terms of the leaders for this year's Alexandria Cardinal wrestling team, who do you have as your captain or captains?
We have Isaac Seward, he's a senior. He'll be at 133. Nolan Fettig is a senior as well. He's at 139. And then we have Ty Larson, he's a junior. He'll be at 152. Those are our 3 captains for this year.
Excellent. We're getting to know a little bit about the Alexandria Cardinal wrestling team for 2025-26 as head coach Alden Strukin is joining us. We've got play-by-play of Alexandria Cardinal wrestling on the way. Both of the Alexandria duels from St. Cloud Tech High School will be airing on KXRA Radio with the live video on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. Alden, before we started up the conversation, you pointed out that the December schedule before Christmas time is quite full for the Alexandria Cardinals, and some adjustments have been made in the schedule as well. I had visited with you asking about, the season opening competition, and you point out to me that tonight's competition in the CLC Triangular is the season opener, but what adjustments have been made to your wrestling schedule specifically in December?
Well, I think outside of our conference and outside of our section, we're going to see those teams. We need to see those teams, but our non-conference and non-section teams, I think it's nice to occasionally just kind of blow up the schedule every few years, and so we can face some different wrestlers, different teams, visit some different schools, and just provide various experiences for kids. And the way that shook out as we were trying to find, quality opponents in those circumstances, December's a little bit loaded. I think a lot of our wrestlers are going to have 20, 22 matches going into winter break. So that's a lot, but it's also, that's the balance too. You'd like to have 1 or 2 events a week. And so that's just part of it. What are the opportunities and how can you balance out your schedule so some weeks aren't super loaded with 3 or 4 events, and then maybe you have a week or 2 where there's nothing or just one. So it's a little bit of a balance there too as part of it.
Regarding the Central Lakes Conference, obviously your Cardinals will wrestle everybody in the conference one time. With St. Cloud, the Crush have been in existence for a few years now, but how competitive do you expect the CLC to be, noting that a team like Willmar perennially has been toward the top, if not on the top of the conference? Is Willmar a preseason conference favorite here?
Yeah, I think they are. They've been doing things great down in Willmar for quite some time, and I think they found themselves in the state rankings again this year. They're probably the favorites in the conference and probably in their Section 2 and 8 AAA. But Brainerd is going to be right there with them in their section and near them in the conference as well. Brainerd gave us a little bit of a thumping last year, and I'm hoping that we can compete a little bit better than we did last year with Brainerd. So.
And obviously, they would be the second opponent as part of the conference triangular at St. Cloud Tech here. But regarding intangibles or keys to each of these 2 duels, it's tough to get a read on the opponents because it might be their first competitions of the year or very early in the season nonetheless. But how are you viewing these head-to-head matchups against St. Cloud and against the Brainerd Warriors?
Well, St. Cloud, we've had some great duels with them the last few years. Very competitive, where it's coming down to the last weight class or 2 to see who's going to come out with the dual meet win, and I anticipate the exact same thing tonight here with St. Cloud. So I think that's going to be a really competitive duel. It'll probably come down right to the wire, and we're hoping the same thing with Brainerd. So I think for St. Cloud Tech, they've wrestled in a tournament already. They were in the Melrose tournament that we had talked about previously. So I know that they've competed. I think this might be the first one for Brainerd. So kind of see how these first couple weeks have went for all 3 teams and see how we stack up. So.
Very good. Alden, we appreciate a couple of moments of time. Good luck to you and the Alexandria Cardinal wrestlers, not only here at St. Cloud Tech High School, but throughout the course of the winter season. And we'll look forward to getting your recaps on KXRA for our Cardinal Sports Reports. And best wishes to you and the ladies and gentlemen that are in the wrestling room this winter.
Thank you so much. Sure appreciate the coverage and support.
There is the head wrestling coach of the Alexandria Cardinals, Alden Struken. Our special guest is part of our Jutna Motors pre-match coverage. Our coach's comments feature brought to you by Alamere Health. It's better here. And again, we are approaching the start of tonight's first of 2 Alexandria wrestling duels at Tech High School in St. Cloud. The Alexandria Cardinals will be on the mat for the first time in the 2025-26 season. St. Cloud Tech, or I should say the Crush, combining student athletes from Apollo and Tech High Schools. The Crush will be wrestling their first dual meet of the year. St. Cloud was involved in the Melrose Sauk Center Defender Early Bird invite last week at Melrose, placing 3rd in that competition. Again, programming note, if you normally tune in to KXRA Radio late afternoons for the 5 o'clock news hour, that is being preempted today for our live play-by-play coverage of Alexandria Cardinal Wrestling. We will have live wrestling coverage on both KXRA Radio with the live video partnered up with the KXRA audio on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. So you can choose to watch on YouTube if you wish, or stay tuned to KXRA Radio if you happen to be in your vehicle or a place where you don't have access to the television screen. We'll be happy to bring you the radio call as well. Our thanks to Jutna Motors for bringing you tonight's pre-match show. Jutna Motors will present the post-match report later on tonight after Alexandria wraps up its wrestling competition for the day. Again, the Cardinals will wrestle St. Cloud first, and then Brainerd second, and then after the completion of the Warriors-Cardinals duel, then we'll have our Jutner Motors post-match coverage. We hope to have a couple of Alexandria Cardinal wrestlers joining us during that, and we'll share some other information as well, a recap of what transpires on opening night for the Alexandria wrestling team. So again, our thanks to Jutner Motors for presenting the pre-match coverage. Now on our latent media platforms, we'll enjoy a few words from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage.
It's the right time for a getaway. It's the right time for a getaway. Let's get away.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CEREC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place to eat.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind. Because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Resorts Marine in Osakis. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Osakis.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new unused equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best, piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center, for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
From St. Cloud Tech High School, Alexandria Cardinal Wrestling is on the air as you listen to People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM, audio as well through the free Voice of Alexandria app, powered by Mission Mechanical Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. We appreciate you joining us if you're watching tonight's coverage, as we have the live video stream with the KXRA play-by-play blended together on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. A big thank you to Integrity Title of Alexandria for being our signature streaming sponsor. And as you're watching on YouTube right now, the Alexandria wrestlers have been on the mat for several minutes here. We have yet to see the host Crush enter the main gymnasium here, but they'll be along momentarily. And while we have got the gap here, we can share probable starting lineups for the two teams. And our lineup introductions brought to you by Alamere Health. It's better here. Alexandria should be wrestling in 12 different spots in the lineup for certain, possibly a 13th, depending on how weigh-ins went earlier today. At the moment, the 285-pound weight is open for Alexandria, but again, there is a possibility there could be a wrestler sliding in there. Grayson Zerbis, a 7th grader, will be on the mat first for Alexandria. Then a sophomore with wrestling experience, Brock Manderscheid, would be set to go in the bout at 114 pounds. Again, these lineups are subject to change, and there is some flexibility because sometimes you can bump wrestlers up in a lineup. So even though we're announcing him here at certain weights, that is subject to change. Cale Stumville is a freshman wrestler, slotted in at 121 pounds for the Cardinals. Senior Logan Tim is slated to be on the mat in the 4th bout of the night at 127. And then you get into the middle weights, 133 and 139. Now, normally one of the captains, Nolan Fettig, would be wrestling at 139. Unfortunately, he's sidelined right now. So either Logan Becker or Isaac Seward will move into that spot. The one that is not wrestling between Becker and Seward at 133 will then move up to 139. And Isaac Seward is one of the captains for the Alexandria wrestling team. Connor Zerbis, a sophomore for the Cardinals, is slated to wrestle at 145. Junior Ty Larson at 152 for Alexandria. 8th grader Luke Kelly, even though he's got that 8 by his name, he does have varsity experience. He saw a number of matches as a 7th grader last winter, and he is slated to wrestle at 160. Going up the line, Zach Brazina at 172 for Alexandria. Freshman Hudson Marty at 189. And sophomore Grant Hansen at 215. Again, the 285-pound spot open, although Jaden Martin in the JV roster is listed at that weight. So there would be a possibility that there could be some sliding going on there. It could very well be if the duel is already settled by that point. Alexandria just may elect to keep it open. Regarding the ladies that are scheduled to wrestle tonight, Alexandria would have Ashlyn Troutman and Denise Arriaga. They are both freshmen, and they would be slotted in. Ashlyn Troutman in the middle weights and Denise Arriaga toward the upper weights. I think she would weigh in that spot around 170 pounds, and I think there would be a matchup there possibly with Olivia Johnson for St. Cloud, and then Phoenix Novotny is a senior for the Crush as a girls wrestler, and she might be the matchup against Ashlyn Troutman. We'll share the St. Cloud Crush lineup again between 107 and 114. A couple of freshmen, including Kane Doring and Vaugh Hennick. Between 121 and 127, Matthew Morales, a junior, and Grady Doring, a senior. Andre Raffles, Raffles, also a possibility at 121. Then between 133 and 139, a couple of seniors, Jack Hammock and Connor Fredrickson. Between 145 and 152, a freshman wrestler, Gage Wynn, and a junior wrestler, Gordon Jaquez. And then at 160, likely Tommy Herring, although Keon Medina also weighs in at that weight. Tanner Hugg, very established wrestler for St. Cloud, a senior captain for the Crush, wrestling at 172. Noah Newman and Ethan Brott can both weigh in at 189, so one of those two will be on the mat. Sutton Kenning, like Newman and like Tanner Hugg, captain for St. Cloud. Kenning scheduled to be in the spot at 215 pounds, and then at heavyweight, the Crush would have available Noah Orth, a senior, and Michael Beckers, a junior. Again, those weights all subject to change depending on what can be going on earlier in the match. And Tom Ellison, in your years as coaching, it is not uncommon to have flexibility in terms of, certain wrestlers bumping up by one weight.
Right, and they just met on the mat, and they did the the coin flip to see to take choice odd or even matches, and I don't know. I think the Cardinals won the flip. I don't know what they chose, but that gives you some flexibility. You can put out a certain wrestler to get the right matchup you want. I know in this St. Cloud lineup, they've got Jack Hammock at 133, who is ranked highly in the state, and then at 215, Sutton Kenning. He just signed to wrestle for the Gophers next year, and state runner-up last year, and highly ranked. I think first or second in his weight this year. So when you look at those two in the lineup, and you're trying to maximize points that you get or minimize the damage, that's. Those are the choices you're trying to make.
Right, exactly. And obviously, as we talk a little bit about the keys to the match, brought to you by Alexandria Motors. Together, let's drive with Alexandria Motors. For St. Cloud, as Coach A.J. Fredrickson mentioned to me ahead of the broadcast, he said, last year we were a team that either pinned or got pinned. So I'm sure he would like to see more of the former and less of the latter.
Yeah.
And honestly, Tom, I think from Alexandria's point of view, you want to try to maximize those bonus point possibilities.
Yes, yeah.
That would be a major decision, tech fall, or even, the 6-point fall.
Right, yeah, and that's the goal when you go out, is to dominate your opponent and try to rack up points. Get the pin if you can get the pin, and then when you're in a tough match and you're finding out that you might be on the short end of it, it's to wrestle for the team and try to minimize the damage, not give up that major decision or a tech fall. And those are points that are valuable to the team.
Yep, so those are the keys to the match. Again, brought to you by Alexandria Motors. Together, let's drive with Alexandria Motors. Programming note, if you normally dial in on your way home on KXRA Radio, our 5 o'clock news hour is being preempted today due to our live broadcast coverage of Alexandria Cardinal Wrestling. We will have 2 duels from Tech High School, with Alexandria matching up against the St. Cloud Crush first. And then later on in the 6 o'clock hour, the Cardinals will wrestle the Brainerd Warriors. So Alexandria's season opener is just moments away. Brainerd's season opener will be later tonight when the Warriors have their first duel against Alexandria, which by that time will have 1 dual meet under its belt. Again, we will do the Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-match report. We will do that after the first duel of the night is completed here at Tech High School. And crowd continuing to file in as you watch on YouTube. You've got 2 mats set up. The St. Cloud Tech mat, the one off to the right, far right of the screen. If it's being seen on the screen right now, that's where your JV matches will take place. And then your varsity competitions will be on the blue mat with the orange circle and the St. Cloud Crush logo in the center of that mat.
Looks like I'm looking at the screen that JP has up here. Looks like we just got the blue and orange mat on. So,
okay,
yep.
Very good. That's good to know. So, and we're going to have the national anthem. And again, this is being presented to you by Carlson Music Center. We extend our appreciation to Carlson Music Center in Alexandria for the presentation of the national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. For any of your music needs, including voice lessons, visit online at carlsonmusiccenter.com. carlsonmusiccenter.com. So that kind of moves us on into our play-by-play. Again, thanks to all of the boosters of our Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage, helping to bring you tonight's wrestling competition. 2 separate duels with Alexandria matching up against St. Cloud first, and then the Cardinals versus the Brainerd Warriors coming up next. And then the final part of the triangular, we will not be featuring that on our latent media platforms. We'll do the 2 Alexandria duels, and then our duty for the evening will be complete. And I believe our first bout is about to get underway, and it is the St. Cloud Crush will send Kane Doring to the mat, and Grayson Zerbis will be on the mat for the Alexandria Cardinals. So you've got a freshman against a 7th grader. Kane Doring going in here, trying to secure a takedown, but Grayson's
got to hold that leg. If he can hang on to that, prevent any more action, he might get a stalemate out of this.
Yep. Right now, about 30 seconds into the bout, and they do credit the takedown to Kane Doring.
So it might be a challenge for Connor to. Kane's got a lot of length that can pose problems.
Yep. So now an escape to make it a 3-1.
3-1, yep.
So that's right. Takedowns worth 3 points now. I believe that was a change made. Was it last winter for the first time?
Yep.
3 for the takedown.
Yep.
So right now a 2-point
he's in on a nice single leg. Again, that length. He can be so close, and he's got such long arms compared to Connor. He just reaches out and grabs a leg, and Grayson, excuse me.
Right.
Can get that takedown.
So right now it's a 6-1 advantage for the Crush wrestler, as Kane Doring is leading Alexandria's Grayson Zerbis.
And it's nice getting out from underneath by Grayson. Nice job.
Yep, gets a point for an escape here, so that makes it a 6-2 advantage. Again, our first bout, potentially 13 will be wrestled on the mat. That would make a full varsity dual meet. Now the wrestlers again separating, and again
both trying to work for position. There's that reach he has again. Nice setup with a little head shuck.
Yep, and I don't believe the takedown got completed before the end of the first 2 minutes, so it will be a 6-2 advantage here for St. Cloud's Kane Doring. And the Alexandria wrestler Grayson Zerbis will be in the down position to begin the second 2 minutes of wrestling.
The St. Cloud wrestler just wanted to let him go and wrestle on his feet.
Okay, so he's probably feeling a little more confident that being that he already has 2 takedowns. But so
it's kind of a thought process too. You know, you get in a match where you get a couple quick takedowns, and you think, okay, I'm gonna get a couple more and maybe break some confidence of my opponent, and that way the scoring opens up a little bit more.
Yep, and now another takedown here as Kane Doring went in for that single leg and then was able to get a turn onto the back. So 9-3 now the score for Kane Doring over Grayson Zerbis for Alexandria. Again, Grayson, a 7th grader for the Alexandria Cardinals. Kane Doring, a freshman.
Grayson's doing a nice job moving his hips, getting out of that bottom.
Yeah,
but Doring's got him in a little bit of trouble here with a kind of a chin drop.
Yeah, and that left arm being barred right now, and trying to tilt Grayson Zerbis over. We're only into the 4th minute of the match, so still about 50 seconds or so in the second 2 minutes of wrestling. And now Grayson Zerbis trying to stand up, but again,
nice job there.
He's able to get an escape. So.
Yeah, a lot of good back pressure. He's pushing back on. Oh, nice shot by Grayson. There you go.
Yeah, and he gets a takedown there. So he's going to narrow the gap as it's now 9-7 in favor of Kane Doring of St. Cloud. So.
Yeah, Grayson just, when they split up a little bit, he saw an opening and just went for it.
Yep, and he was able to complete that takedown.
Now
he's got a ride.
He's got a good arm bar on.
Yep, trying to
catch that far wrist. He's going to get back points if he can.
Yeah, and the
get
Alexandria fans below us getting excited as Kane Doring is being tilted, and now Grayson Zerbis trying to get him on his back. Could get some near fall points here. Still no signal. Running down to the end of the second period, and I don't think any back points are awarded. So
he nearly broke that plane of points being awarded. So
9-7 is the count after 2 periods of wrestling with St. Cloud's Kane Doring on top. And now the wrestlers both on their feet to start the last 2 minutes of wrestling. And
nice shot there.
Yep, going in for the single leg is Grayson Zerbis.
Yeah,
and
now he's got him on his hip. He's got to keep him there.
Yeah, and
keep fighting back.
Yep, trying to get the takedown. There it is.
Now we're ahead.
Yep, Grayson Zerbis has taken a 10-9 lead, and now looking to continue a ride here. Still about 90 seconds remaining in this bout at 1:07. And now some back points should be awarded here.
I think he's going to get a pin here.
Yep,
it's pretty tight.
Kane Doring on his
there
back,
it is.
And there's the pin. It's going to come at 4 minutes and 42 seconds. And Grayson Zerbis, the 7th grader, starts the night well for the Alexandria Cardinals. A bonus point decision that goes for Alexandria, and the Cardinals grab the early lead at 6-0. So, Tom, really resiliency there by Grayson Zerbis, because it seemed like Kane Doring through the first 2+ minutes was kind of controlling the match, and then it completely swung around.
Yeah, I think that quick takedown he had in the second really brought back some confidence and kind of put the St. Cloud wrestler back on his heels. He kind of lost his drive there, it seemed, and Grayson was able to capitalize.
So now we're going to have Brock Manderscheid on the mat for Alexandria, and he'll go against Vaughn Hennick here for the St. Cloud Crush.
Nice low single, get up, finish. There you go.
Yeah, and Brock Manderscheid, an established wrestler for the Alexandria Cardinals, gets the first takedown of the night, and it is a 3-0 lead. So now he's
got an arm bar with a tight waist wrist.
Yeah, and he's
got to arch his back here to get this.
He's got some back points coming already. And now trying to.
There you go. Arch up, get that hip down.
Yep,
there
and
it
there's
is.
The pin. It's going to come at 37 seconds. So follow up with an opening pin and one more, and that puts Alexandria in a good spot early on. We're going to go to our first break during play-by-play. Through 2 bouts in this duel, the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard has Alexandria in front of the St. Cloud Crush, 12-0.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
Welcome back to St. Cloud Tech High School with our continuing coverage of Alexandria Cardinal Wrestling. Cale Stumvoll is now the athlete on the mat for Alexandria. He's a freshman matching up against T.J. Jackson, a junior for St. Cloud Tech. And Tom, we've had about half a minute of wrestling here. There seemed to be a lot of sparring, and now Stumvoll trying to go in for a shot, maybe a double leg takedown. And then he got
out of bounds.
Yep. But are you seeing anything in particular out of Cale Stumvoll at the
well, he's
outset
wrestling.
here?
He's got real good position. He's staying low. It looks like he's wrestling an explosive young man. He wants to get in some throws and kind of whip Cale around, but we'll see how that plays out. All he's got to do is stay in good position.
Yep, so no points awarded either side as we're about to go into the second minute of this bout at 121 pounds. The third bout of the night. Alexandria's won the first two by fall, and the Cardinals have a 12-0 lead. Dave McClurg, Tom Ellison bringing you our wrestling coverage, and thanks to J.P. Boleen, our videographer, doing the live video streaming tonight on our Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. Again, some
just
hand
a little
locks.
hand fighting.
Yep.
Yeah, Cale's good job of staying low.
Yep, and
not giving his opponent an opportunity to shoot. Again, just the initial thoughts I see of the St. Cloud wrestler, he'd rather throw you than take you down.
Yeah, yep. And at this point, still again some arm tying going up here, and down to about the final 15 seconds. Do you anticipate that one of these wrestlers will make a move? Looks like Stumvoll was trying to do that, but
yeah, I think TJ.
Yeah. The toss came, but it came at the end of the first 2 minutes, so no points either way.
Yeah, it's.
So, I think Cale Stumvoll is going to be down to start the second period. So, and I think it was his choice. So, let's see if he'll be able to get off his knees and get onto his feet and maybe score the first point of the night here. Alexandria with a 12-0 lead in the duel against St. Cloud tonight. And Stumvoll trying to work his way out. TJ Jackson locking up one arm, trying to keep a leg.
Inside wrist and trying to lift the near leg.
And now a little bit of separation. And now a toss and a reversal there, it almost looked like. And now
just an escape.
Okay,
yeah.
So, but the point for Cale Stumvoll, and it is now 1-0 for the Alexandria wrestler. Cale Stumvoll is a freshman for the Alexandria Cardinals. Now a little sparring going on as we move into the second half minute of this period. Now it looks like Stumvoll was going maybe to take a shot toward the right leg of TJ Jackson.
It's like it's kind of an ankle pick, but Jackson is just a little too strong, able to fend him off.
Yep, this is our bout at 121 pounds, the third bout of this duel between Alexandria and St. Cloud Tech. Both teams wrestling their first duels of the year. Now a little spin, but again, no action.
No.
So the only point so far to the freshman wrestler, Cale Stumvoll. And now going in, and there, TJ Jackson went in for a shot, and he got taken down. And now
pretty tight there.
Yep, and
Cale's going to get it.
Right, he's trying to get the pin there. Now TJ Jackson was able to come around, but that will be, I think, the 3 for the takedown, and then some near fall points.
Should be 8-0 now.
Yep. So Cale Stumvoll putting this into a position where it could be a bonus point decision for Alexandria. And as Tom Ellison pointed out earlier, St. Cloud does have a couple of really, really good wrestlers toward the top part of their lineup. Now,
I think, my observation, I think TJ Jackson is maybe a little experienced on the mat. It looks like a heck of an athlete.
Yeah.
But maybe does not have the mat experience that would help him out.
Yep, and now there's the pin. It's going to come at 3 minutes and 53 seconds of the match.
Yep.
So Alexandria has gone pin to start this duel with the host Crush, and Alexandria is now in front by a score of 18-0. And the Cardinals, I believe, are going to send Logan Tim out.
Yep, he's out.
He is an upperclassman for Alexandria. And we'll see what St. Cloud will decide to do. I think they're going to go with Grady Doring, a senior. So 2 members of the class of 2026 on the mat here. And right now, the wrestlers kind of locking up around the upper arms and shoulder blades. Now separate. Now Grady Doring looking to go in for a shot. Logan Tim defends that pretty well.
I was talking to Coach Strucken earlier in the week, and he was happy to see Logan back, feeling good and in the lineup again. They had missed him last year, and he had a number of things that were keeping him out of the lineup. And so he's very happy to have him back, because Logan does a nice job out there.
Yep, Grady Doring is able to get the first takedown here and gets the lead, and then Logan Tim able to escape. So a little more than a minute, or actually approaching 1 minute into this match. It is a 3-1 lead with senior Grady Doring wrestling for St. Cloud and Logan Tim for Alexandria. As
Grady in on a single leg there.
And trying to complete it, but Logan Tim doing a nice job at defense,
throwing his hips hard into his shoulder to try and keep him from building up and capturing that leg.
And eventually now Logan Tim locking arms with Grady Doring, and it looks like the
defended that off well. He got hip down hard and low and broke the grip, and then got a underhook on his arms. Well, there's a deep shot.
Yep, trying for the double there, and Logan Tim trying to fight it off. Right now, Grady Doring grabbing that one leg, and I think the wrestlers get to the edge of the mat. So
he got a takedown. He was in deep on that double leg. It was tough to defend for Logan.
So 6-1 now the score for the Crush's Grady Doring. If you are watching on YouTube, the Crush wearing the light-colored jersey singlets, Alexandria wearing the black or dark-colored jersey singlets with a little bit of red and white trim. And the word Alex on the front of the uniform. Another escape here for Logan Tim as we're about to reach the end of the first 2 minutes of this bout. And the choice, I believe, is deferred by Logan Tim, and Grady Doring had the option, and they're going to wrestle on their feet. So
I think he's feeling confident with his takedowns, and get another shot in here. You widen the gap even more.
Right now, a 6-2 advantage for Grady Doring, a senior for St. Cloud Tech, matching up against Cardinals senior Logan Tim. Now here's some work around the waistline, maybe a little toss trying to develop here, and it's going to be another takedown here for Grady Doring. So he didn't get Logan Tim very high up in the air, but
no, he kind of got in almost like a deep waist from the front, and was able to control his hips and then get the takedown from there. This is where I always thought Logan did a nice job when he was down on the mat. He defends well, uses hand control, makes it very tough for the opponent to score.
So still a 9-2 advantage here for St. Cloud's Grady Doring in this fourth bout of the night. Alexandria leads in the duel over the whole St. Cloud Crush 18-0.
Nice job. Escape there by Logan.
Yep, so he's got 3 escapes so far in this bout.
Yeah, good hand control. That's what I mentioned earlier. He covers those hands and then gets his hips moving out.
Yep, now we're into the 4th minute of the match at 127 pounds. And now there goes Grady Doring in trying to take the right leg here. He's got a grip on it, but so far has not been able to kick it up in the air. Now
trying to elevate it, get that up in the air and get him off balance. So then they reshot on a double.
Yep, and now he's going to get the takedown there. So that will be another takedown for Grady Doring. That will be his 4th of the match. So now down to the final 20 seconds in this bout at 127 pounds. Second period, that is. So approaching 4 minutes, time completed. And now the Cardinals, Logan Tim, again down, face down on the mat. And it looks like the horn is going to end the second 2 minutes of wrestling there. And Grady Doring was able to extend his lead.
Dorian does a nice job when he shoots. He can get a hold of a leg, and then he doesn't panic. He just kind of hangs in there and stays tough with it and starts creeping his way in. And pretty soon you get a better angle to attack a double, and he's able to score that way.
Logan Tim in the down position here trying to separate, but right now Grady Doring still has one leg. He's got the right leg of Tim lifted up in the air, and now Logan was trying to, maybe get a little bit of a tilt here, but so far he's been able to defend. Doring has not been able to complete anything here. And
I gave him, here we go.
There's an escape now for Logan Tim. So now it's a 12-4 lead for
this is the position I was talking about. He's strong. I mean, he stays in on that single and works his way up, and eventually gets Logan off balance. There it is.
Yeah, and there's another takedown. So 4 escapes for Logan Tim, offset by 5 takedowns for Grady Doring, and now he's getting fairly close that he could make this a tech fall.
Yeah, we got another escape.
Yeah.
I would guess that St. Cloud coaches are going to implore him to get another takedown.
Yeah, St. Cloud looking for its first points of this duel after Alexandria's won the first 3 bouts by fall. Still about 45 seconds to go in this bout at 127 pounds, and there goes Grady Doring in again. This time working the right leg, and Logan Tim airborne at the moment, but now taken down to the mat, and there's the takedown to make it 18-5.
Well, their coaches are really after Tech or the Crush wrestler.
Right.
Let him go and take him down, because we're going to get team points here is what they're after.
Yeah, 20 seconds to go, and if Grady Doring gets one more takedown, that raises the margin to 15, thereby ending the match on a tech fall. But now one shot, if Logan Tim can defend it for the last 10 seconds. He does. And he's able to get a takedown himself. So it's going to end up being a major decision, but it could have been a lot different than that. Logan Tim able to save a bit of a team point anyway, as Grady Doring will get the win. We're going to go to the break, a 30-second timeout straight ahead. Updating the numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. In Central Lakes Conference Wrestling, it's Alexandria 18, St. Cloud 4.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building.
Welcome back to our broadcast of Prep Wrestling as we come to you on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube and also on KXRA Radio. Along with Tom Ellison, this is DMAC Dave McClurg. Jackson is our KXRA Radio studio engineer. And right now, the bout at 1:33 is underway. Alexandria captain Isaac Seward gets the opportunity here. He is a senior, and he's matched up against another senior, that being Jack Hammock of St. Cloud. And Tom, we're about 45 seconds in. Jack Hammock got the early takedown. What are your first impressions here?
Jack really has a plan. You know, you can see that he's got some things in mind. He's setting them up well and in on some nice shots.
Yeah, kind of going deep in the waist here, and now we're going to get another takedown completed there for Jack Hammock. So it is a 6-1 lead for the Crush wrestler. St. Cloud getting on the board a short time ago with the Grady Doring major decision win. But credit to senior Logan Tim in a situation where he could have suffered a tech fall defeat. Instead, it ends up being a major, so that's a savings of 1 point, if you will. And now the Cardinals' Isaac Seward.
Jack's got his leg right in. This is a tough position for a bottom wrestler to be in.
And now Isaac Seward tilted over, face down on the mat right now with about 10 seconds to go in the opening 2 minutes of this bout.
This leg ride with a a force half.
Yeah, this really seems to be a tough position for Isaac Seward to do anything. If there is a saving grace, it's that the clock ends up at 0, so it is a 6-1 lead for Jack Hammock going into the second 2 minutes of wrestling here. And Jack Hammock, it looks like he'll be in the up position here.
He's going to do an optional start and let him get to his feet.
Yeah. So point for Isaac Seward. So the wrestlers now locking up, some arm ties here, and now looks like Jack Hammock's going to go
front
in.
Head, yeah.
Yep, and turns around, comes around to Isaac Seward's right now, looking to turn him over, and now Hammock comes around on the back and is able to secure his third takedown in the bout.
Looks like Jack's going to try and want to build a lead here and break some confidence of Isaac. Yeah.
We used to call this a 2-for-1 deal, but I believe now it's 3-for-1.
3 for 1,
so.
yeah.
So
it's even better.
Yeah, right. Jack Hammock able to record another 3-point takedown. So
Jack's worked that front head. He's trying to get it into a near side cradle, but Isaac's very aware of that and defending well.
So a 9-point lead for Jack Hammock here as we move into the 4th minute of the match. This is the bout at 133 pounds. 5th bout of the night on the mat between St. Cloud and Alexandria. Now the wrestlers get to the edge, and
referee warned Hammock for stalling because he kind of ushered Isaac off the mat there.
So the first advisory for stalling is a warning, and then a penalty point for the second warning.
Yep.
Okay. So now Jack Hammock again trying to tilt Isaac Seward over onto his back, and
might have been a little bit of a mistake there for Isaac. He reached backwards, and Jack stuck in a half Nelson, and
he is getting close to the pin, and he's going to record it here, and that's going to come at 3 minutes and 29 seconds of the match. So St. Cloud now with back-to-back wins of its own, so the gap is narrowed. We have not had a 3-point decision so far tonight. 4 pins and a major decision, but Alexandria leads by 8 with the score 18-10. Our thanks to Glenwood State Bank for bringing you our scoreboard updates. I would anticipate that Logan Becker would be the next one onto the mat for Alexandria, and he'll go up against the Crush's Connor Fredrickson. So here's Logan
nice
Becker.
Low shot there.
And trying to, and now a little bit of a
outside
toss
knee
attempt.
tap there, but he kind of missed it. Fredrickson's trying to keep the hips back and block the upper arms.
Yep, Connor Fredrickson, a senior, Logan Becker, a junior for Alexandria. And now here's a little bit of an attempt at a headlock here, but
Fredrickson had a nice front head, needed to keep the weight on the head, but he didn't do that. Nice shot.
Yep, and
get the head out.
Yep, now trying to come around.
Break the grip of,
yep,
there it is.
And there it
nice
is,
job.
a 3-point takedown for Alexandria's Logan Becker. So he gets the early advantage here. By the way, Connor Fredrickson, his father is over on the sideline right now. A.J. Fredrickson is the head coach of the St. Cloud Crush. So Connor gets to wrestle for his dad. Now the wrestle.
Nice arm bar on for Logan Becker. There it is. Nice turn.
And now a possible bonus point opportunity as Logan Becker is trying to go for the fall here. He's got Connor Fredrickson on his back. Looks like one shoulder blade might be up at the moment here. Is that second shoulder blade coming down? Logan Becker with a pretty tight hold right now. Can he continue? He's got about 20 seconds to navigate here to try to get a possible first period pin.
Sometimes when in this position, it just takes time because you got to wear him out and get that shoulder down.
Yep, and so far it hasn't been done. Down to the final 10 seconds. Logan Becker trying to get that pin, and is he going to be able to secure it?
That's it.
And he does.
Nice
at 58 seconds.
job, Logan.
Yep, so Logan Becker able to get the fall at 58 seconds. And Tom, if it's all right with you, I think we'll make Logan Becker's fall right before the first period buzzer. We'll make that our covers play of tonight's duel here.
Yeah,
so
it was a good attack there by Logan and get that pin right away.
And, a timely pin as well because, St. Cloud had come on with back-to-back wins. So, in essence, that stems the tide here for the moment.
Yes.
As Alexandria goes up 24-10 on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. And now we're going to have Connor Zerbis, the sophomore, on the mat for the Alexandria Cardinals, and Gage Wynn will be out there for the St. Cloud Crush.
Yeah, Connor's, I think, another wrestler that Coach Durkin said is, looking really good in early season practices and looking for big things.
Yep, he's able to score an early takedown. Connor, a sophomore for Alexandria, has got some varsity experience. Tilts Gage Wynn onto his back, and there's the pin. That one's going to come at just 36 seconds, and Alexandria's recorded 5 falls out of the first 7 bouts. We're going to take a 30-second break, enjoy a few messages from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage. Updating the numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard, it now reads Alexandria 30, the St. Cloud Crush 10.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Ty Larson coming out onto the mat for the Alexandria Cardinals, and he matched up against a St. Cloud wrestler that was announced very late. They didn't even have time to put his name up on the board, and Ty Larson gets the fall in 21 seconds. So the Cardinals have now had 4 falls in less than a minute tonight, and Alexandria has built the lead to 26. It is now 36-10 for Alexandria. So Cardinals getting into good territory here to try to get a team dual meet win, but still need to have some success in the upper part of the lineup.
Yes.
Luke Kelly is now on the mat for the Alexandria Cardinals, and he's matched up against Tommy Herring for the St. Cloud Crush. So this is the...
And Luke is one of those up-and-coming wrestlers in the program, as he got some varsity time last year as a 7th grader up in these weights, which was unusual. Usually you'll see a 7th and 8th grader down at 107 or 114, but not typical up at 160.
Yeah.
And Luke's doing a really nice job, cradle.
Yeah. Getting a takedown initially, and he'll get a fall here. This one's going to come at 41 seconds, and it's evolved into a pinning party for the visitors.
Yeah, he's nice game plan.
Yep.
Get out, get aggressive, and get takedown and get that crossface on, and went right into a cradle.
So we're going to take another quick break, updating the numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Alexandria is on its way to a win as the Cardinals lead St. Cloud 42-10.
Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
As we come back to the action at St. Cloud Tech High School, the pins continue, but this one will go to the St. Cloud Crush. Tanner Hugg, elite wrestler for St. Cloud. Zach Brzezina, to his credit, the senior wrestler got into a difficult matchup there, and he ends up being pinned, does Brzezina, in just 32 seconds. So that will make the score 42-16 for Alexandria. And now we move on to the bout at 189. Hudson Marty on the mat, and he'll match up against senior Noah Newman, one of the captains for the St. Cloud Crush. So 26-point lead for Alexandria, only a possible 18 points to get. So the Cardinals are going to prevail in their Central Lakes Conference dual meet opener tonight. Really having a series of falls right through the middle of the lineup, and it started with junior Logan Becker at 139, the first of 4 straight pins.
And it seemed once they got going, it was hard to stop them.
And
now
now
picked up the nice pins.
Yep, and Noah Newman's going to get a takedown here, lifting the leg up and then tossing Hudson Marty onto the mat. Now Marty is a freshman for the Alexandria Cardinals, matching up against a senior. Sometimes these are not always favorable for the young wrestler.
Yeah,
but Hudson Marty trying to break free. Right now it looks like the Crush wrestler kind of riding that, where keeping a hand around the waist, not allowing Hudson Marty to get any separation. So.
Yeah, it's that mat time that's invaluable. As a senior, he's got a lot more mat time to draw from, that experience, and that usually prevails.
Yeah, so Hudson Marty with the deficit right now. It's 3-0 for Noah Newman for St. Cloud. This is the bout at 189 pounds. So
Newman's got a kind of a leg ride on. He's trying to lace that leg and try to turn the hips of Hudson to get some points, but
a little more than a minute and a half into this bout at 189. Freshman Hudson Marty for the Alexandria Cardinals, matching up against Noah Newman for St. Cloud. And right now Hudson Marty trying to get up onto his feet, but Noah Newman's going to keep riding him, and and Noah's got some bulk there. He's tough to escape from. So the first 2 minutes of wrestling in the books here, and looks like the wrestlers are both going to be up on their feet here. So might be Noah Newman with the strategy to try to go for another takedown. So the wrestlers working around, kind of sparring a little bit. Now goes for the single leg takedown, and Noah Newman was very effective in that.
Low single, and nearly caught him on his back, but Hudson did a nice job of bailing out, get to his belly, back up to his base. Now he's got to get his weight back and work his way up.
And he is going to get the escape there as he was able to position himself. So now the wrestlers tying up once again. A little bit of arm tie activity here. And now looked like Noah Newman was maybe trying a little bit of a head drop there, but now you've got
shot by Hudson, but off the mat.
So we'll go back to the center. Almost 50 seconds into the second 2 minutes of wrestling. So 3rd minute of the match in progress here in this bout at 189 pounds. Hudson Marty for the Alexandria Cardinals, and Noah Newman for the St. Cloud Crush. And
there you go. Hudson got a nice single leg.
Yep, he's got that leg lifted, but now, Noah Newman's going to come around, and I think he'll end up completing a takedown. It looked like he was going to try to, maybe get a cradle.
Yeah, he was working for a spladle, it's called. He was going to. He's kind of had the leg wrapped up on one side, and he was going to reach down and grab the leg and then kind of fall to his butt, and it would have put Hudson on his back. But I think Hudson recognized what was going on and bailed on the leg. So,
right now some back points will be awarded here to Noah Newman. already up by a 9-1 score. Still about 20 seconds remaining in the second 2 minutes of wrestling here. And Hudson Marty face down on the mat here, being ridden out.
He's got a leg right on that he, can't quite free himself from.
Yep, and it looks like the 4 near fall points being awarded there. And so we reach the end of the second period, and it's now 13-1 in favor of the St. Cloud Crush wrestler Noah Newman. And now the two wrestlers will be back on their feet to start the third period. If Noah Newman gets a quick takedown here, that likely would end the match at that point. Now Hudson Marty was going in for the shot, and now possible pinning
it's a bad
combination.
Position to finish in because you don't want to give up a pin, but you did.
Yep, so that fall for Noah Newman is going to come at 4 minutes and 19 seconds. We're going to take another 30-second timeout. Updating the numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard, it now reads Alexandria 42, St. Cloud 22.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Back to the action at St. Cloud Tech High School, and an elite wrestler for the Crush, Sutton Kenning, is now on the mat here.
He just had 3 takedowns in 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's amazing. So 2 escapes and then 3 takedowns. Now he's got a pretty tight
cradle on
him. And he's very close to a pin, and he's
just trying to settle his hips down.
Yep, and there it comes. The pin's going to come at 48 seconds. For Sutton Kenning, as Tom pointed out earlier in our broadcast, he was the second place finisher in Class AAA in his weight class last year. So that makes it a 42-28 score. And I don't know if Alden Struken would elect.
I think we've got an open weight here for Alec, and Tech's going to get a forfeit.
Yep, and that will narrow the gap a little bit more. So that's going to wrap up the duel. So a forfeit win for St. Cloud. The Crush were able to come on a little bit, but Alexandria had a series of pins in the middle, and ultimately the Cardinals would go on to prevail.
Yeah, that was a good run right in the middle of that lineup to build up a significant lead that was too much for the Crush.
So the first duel is now complete, and we're going to introduce, we've got the Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-match report, and that's going to be coming up right around the corner here. So stay close as we have more live wrestling coverage on KXRA Radio and through the Voice of Alexandria app.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service.
But kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
Victories, I believe, all by fall. St. Cloud ended up having 4 victories by fall, a forfeit victory, and then a major decision. And as you add those numbers up, the Cardinals get the win by a score of 42-34. Again, for our wrestling doubleheader, if you will, it is one broadcast, so we're doing the Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-meet report right now. And Tom Ellison, nice way for the Alexandria Wrestlers to start the 25-26 season. It's interesting because A.J. Fredrickson, the head coach of the Crush, mentioned, last year we were a team that either got a lot of pins or we got pinned a lot. So,
yeah.
And it was the yin and the yang here that, fortunately Alexandria was able to get more pins of Crush wrestlers and vice versa.
Yeah, you could see a little first match jitters, I think, maybe a little as the guys were wrestling, and didn't take long, get in the middle of that first period. Then they kind of got in the flow of things and got after it. So I guess I was happy to see how our Alec wrestlers competed all the way through the lineup, and looking forward to this next match against Brainerd Warriors.
Yeah, the Alexandria Cardinals got off to a good start with falls right away from 7th grader Grayson Zerbis at 107, Brock Manderscheid at 114. He's a sophomore this year. And then freshman Cale Stumvoll was able to get a victory, a fall at 353. After St. Cloud got consecutive wins, a major for Grady Doring and a pin by Jack Hammock, Alexandria rolled out 4 consecutive falls, none of which went more than a minute.
Yeah.
Logan Becker got a pin at 139 pounds. 58 seconds was the time of his fall. That was followed up by a fall in 36 seconds by the Cardinals' Connor Zerbis, a fall in just 21 seconds for Alexandria's Ty Larson, and a fall for Luke Kelly as he was wrestling an older wrestler, Tommy Herring, for St. Cloud, is a junior, and the 8th grader Luke Kelly was able to clinch the deal for Alexandria with his fall at 41 seconds. So, and fortunately, Alexandria was able to build up enough equity where the Tanner Hug and Sutton Kenning bouts that both went the Crush way, they didn't do quite as much damage.
Right, yeah, and that, like I said earlier, was a nice run they got on in the middle weights here. Picking up those 4 pins, all 4 of those guys came out in dominant fashion, picking up a pin in the first period, under a minute, most of them. And when you get that type of lead going, the next guy up is feeling a whole lot better about going out wrestling against their opponent.
So the Cardinals were able to build some momentum, and then as St. Cloud was kind of coming on in the part of the middle weights, Alexandria stemmed that momentum with the Logan Becker pin, and Alexandria would go on to win. So now I believe in just a few minutes, probably no later than 6 p.m., we'll have Brainerd and Alexandria matching up. What entices you or intrigues you about this forthcoming duel, Tom?
Well, again, Brainerd has several wrestlers that are ranked in the state. I think there's 3 of them on their squad that are getting noticed in the state for doing really well. One of the big ones would be Easton Dirks. He's getting some notice at 152. If I remember, I can look it up quick, but there was a couple others, and they've always been very strong wrestlers. And so, we got Weston Dirks at 114, and even Tice Faber at 189. So Easton Dirks is ranked number 3 at his weight class in the state in AAA. So and he had some very good, placed very well in the state last year.
So that's going to wrap up a somewhat abbreviated mid-match report brought to you by Eldon's Fresh Foods in Alexandria. Live, love, local. Shop Eldon's, located at 3rd and Nokomis in Alexandria, open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. We will take a brief timeout here, I believe 30 seconds overall, and then we will return to St. Cloud Tech High School for the second portion of our broadcast. It's the duel between Alexandria and Brainerd. That comes your way next.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
We do welcome you back to... Little delay on the radio end, JP. The campus of St. Cloud Tech High School and continuing Alexandria Cardinal wrestling coverage here on People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM, audio as well through the Voice of Alexandria app. Thanks so much for joining us if you're watching tonight's Alexandria Cardinal wrestling coverage, as we have the live video with the KXRA audio on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. JP Boleen is our videographer on site here at St. Cloud Tech High School. And along with Tom Ellison, one-time Alexandria Cardinal wrestling coach, I am Dave McClurg. Alexandria defeated the St. Cloud Crush earlier, 42-34. And we will move right into the second part of Alexandria's participation in this triangular. We are moments away from starting the duel between Brainerd and Alexandria. And the captains for the respective teams out to discuss. Unfortunately, one of Alexandria's captains, Nolan Fettig, nursing a slight injury right now, so he is not suiting up to be on the mat tonight. I know Coach Strukin visited with Tom and visited with myself earlier, and it's hoped that maybe next week Nolan Fettig, one of the senior captains, will be back on the mat and competing for the Alexandria Cardinals. And, you know, in my mind, Nolan Fettig's a great guy to root for. And I know he's had to battle injury issues throughout his wrestling career. But, you know, when he does get the mat time, he's been very, very productive.
Yeah, and you know, it's very unfortunate. I think the slight little tweak he had happened just recently. So, you know, you start the season out, you're practicing, getting all ready, and then only a few days before your first event, you kind of get a little injury that keeps you out. So probably very upsetting to Nolan and maybe his teammates, but better to hang out and get better and then be stronger for the chance you get when you get out there.
Now, I think one thing we may have to navigate, Tom, in this second bout here, or second duel, I don't know if they'll actually put the names of the Brainerd,
guys,
and because we've got BHS for Brainerd and Cardinals for Alexandria. So we'll try our best to listen to the public address announcer, but I would assume that Alexandria will go with a very similar lineup to what it had earlier. So that's going to mean seventh grader Grayson Zerbis leading off.
Yes.
Brainerd should have a sophomore, I believe it would be Kuiper DeRoser, on the mat first. So we'll try to confirm that for you.
Brainerd head coach is Andy Picard, who had a very good career as a wrestler at Brainerd. And back in the day when I was coaching, we had a lot of battles against him.
Yeah, so I'm sure he had plenty of mat time there at Brainerd High School. Would Coach Baran have been his head coach then, possibly?
Or maybe even Coach Bob Brackey. So.
Oh, sure, yeah. Bob Brackey, of course, now in the Alexandria district.
Yes, yep.
It is Kuiper DeRozier on the mat for Brainerd and Grayson Zerbis for Alexandria. So Grayson Zerbis is wearing the singlet that has a little bit of white and red trim on the back if you're watching on YouTube. Both the Warriors and the Cardinals wearing a lot of black in their wrestling singlets tonight. So Brainerd's is almost all black with a little bit of the blue trim and everything. And then, of course, the Alexandria wrestlers' singlets have the word Alex across the front.
So I was asking Coach Strukin about the back of that singlet one time, and he says it's supposed to represent wings of the Cardinal.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Now Kyler DeRozier, he's going to get Grayson Zerbis down on his back. And
kind of got him off balance and just kind of bull rushed him down.
Yep, so 3 on the takedown there for Kuiper DeRozier of Brainerd.
Trying to work a cross-face cradle, but Grayson, nice job defending that. Got the arm pulled off.
So an early advantage as we're now into the second minute of our bout. Again, this is the first bout of duel number 2.
Kuiper is doing a nice job of pushing all the force down and making it tough for Grayson to get his head off the mat.
Yeah, Grayson Zerbis had a really nice comeback effort to get the duel against the St. Cloud Crush underway. He would end up getting a fall in that bout where he ended up trailing, I believe, at 1.9-3
yes.
in his bout against Kane Doring, and he was able to record a takedown and then a second takedown and ultimately got the pin at 4:42. So hopefully it would not require another comeback, although a 3-point deficit not tough to work, and now Zerbis able to get an escape. Yep.
Grayson's got a really nice, like a fireman's shot that he turns it into a single leg.
Yep, so he's gonna...
Got a nice strong half on. This could turn out to be back points here.
Yeah, he's trying to get him turned over on his back. Closing seconds. I think time may end up running out, and it will. But Grayson Zerbis able to get a 4-3 advantage over Kuiper de Rozier of Brainerd after the first 2 minutes of the match. So now the second 2 minutes is going to have Grayson Zerbis in the down position here.
That's a good choice. He had very good position. If he can get another escape and takedown, that'll help.
Yep. Right now, 4-3 advantage for the Alexandria 7th grader, Grayson Zerbis. Now he's trying to get up on his feet and maybe turning around.
Yeah, he should have a reversal here shortly if he get his arm out between his legs.
There you go. That is the 2 points on the reversal for Grayson Zerbis. So that makes it a 6-3 advantage. And now Grayson Zerbis trying to take the advantage and do a ride here.
Boy, he's really tough on top with that. He's got a half Nelson that he's trying to land, and when he gets it on, he's tough with it.
So Grayson Zerbis with the 6-3 advantage here in this first bout, the 107-pound match within the duel between the Alexandria Cardinals and the Brainerd Warriors. Along with Tom Ellison, Dave McClurg with the broadcast. Again, the first part of the Lars Larson show being preempted tonight on KXRA Radio so that we may bring you Alexandria Wrestling broadcast coverage. This is the first of 2 nights of Alexandria Wrestling this winter. Tom, JP, and I will be down at Minnewaska Area High School for the Cardinals and the Lakers coming up in mid-January. Right now, it's Alexandria's Grayson Zerbis on the mat as we're about down to 30 seconds now in this second 2-minute period of wrestling.
Grayson's got a really nice ride. He's hooked the back ankle, makes it tough for the wrestler to get his hips up. And also a lot of forward pressure, keeping the Brainerd wrestler with his head on the mat.
Right, really, Kuiper de Rozier has not been able to do much at all ever since that reversal, giving the additional points to the Cardinals' Grayson Zerbis.
Got nice hand control, he's got inside wrist, he's trying to roll back, maybe get an arm bar.
And so the second 2 minutes of wrestling ends. Selfishly, Tom, as I look up at the scoreboard, they are now putting the names of the wrestlers up. So we thank the St. Cloud Tech staff here that is staging our wrestling triangular for accommodating us visiting media.
Yeah, there's a takedown. That's a...
Yeah, and that's going to tie the score up at 6-6.
He's going to get a reversal out of this. It's a pretty loose way out in front. No, pull his head out and he's going to get a reversal.
Yep, and so far that head has not come out, and now
maybe.
Yep, and now it looks like they still have not awarded the reversal points.
No, there it is.
Yep, and now Grayson Zerbis is going to take the lead. So now he's doing a ride here.
No, he's got that strong half. He's trying to push the head down and get that half Nelson on.
Yeah, kind of an endurance test here. We're about to move 5 minutes into this bout at 107 pounds to start the duel.
There we go. Now we got a cradle.
Yep, so
if he gets his hands locked, he had a crossface.
Yep, trying to get the crossface cradle completed here, and right now it looks like Kuiper de Rozier is separating just enough, and now he's getting onto his seat, and Grayson Zurbis will turn him back onto the mat here. Still about 40 seconds to go in this bout. Keep in mind, in the duel against St. Cloud earlier tonight, we had no 3-point decision victories. So we might have our first one against Brainerd in the very first bout of the night.
Yeah, these two wrestlers seem to be very evenly matched.
Yep, still about 20 seconds remaining. Grayson Zurbis continuing to ride out Brainerd's Kuiper de Rozier here with an 8-6 advantage. And now I believe we have a warning for stalling here.
Yeah. That was on Grayson. He's staying parallel. He's not getting off to the side and trying to put Brainerd wrestler in peril. Kind of, ref looks at it as he's just being safe back there, hanging out, not doing anything.
So now Grayson Zurbis in the up position here, continuing out that ride. And if he's able to hang on for another 10 seconds, looks like he's trying to get together that cradle once more, but he's going to get the victory.
Nice
and
job.
Seventh grader Grayson Zurbis is going to go 2-0 to start his varsity season. This will be an 8-6 decision victory for the seventh grader Grayson Zurbis. And Alexandria will get the 3 team points to start the match. So now we'll move up to 114. I believe this will be Brock Manderscheid for the Alexandria Cardinals and William Dirks for the Brainerd Warriors. And
this is, I think I said Weston earlier. It's William Dirks, but William is ranked, I think, 9th at this weight class in the state. So
yeah, so this
we'll see what shall happen with this. So.
Yeah, and right now William Dirks kind of going in, trying to get the headlock there, and comes around the back and is going to record the 3 on the takedown. So 3-0 for William Dirks for Brainerd. He is only a freshman, so in terms of age, Brock Manderscheid is the elder statesman here, but Brock's only a sophomore, so both have plenty of varsity experience ahead.
Yes, yep.
Now here's
Williams doing a nice job of controlling Brock, keeping the pressure on.
Yep, now tilting Brock Manderscheid, and now looks like the midsection being locked up by the legs of William Dirks.
Tried to get a little tilt there. He reached far underneath and grab a hold of the other person's shoulder underneath the neck and tried to just tilt him over.
So 3-0 advantage for Brainerd's William Dirks. We're into minute number 2 of the bout here at 114 pounds. Brock Manderscheid got up onto his feet trying to break that hold, but William Dirks brings him back down onto the mat with a hold. So
he's got good hand control, 2-on-1 underneath on the wrist, and keeping Brock off balance.
Yeah, so right now 30 seconds remaining in the first 2-minute period of wrestling here. We're at St. Cloud Tech High School. The Crush hosting a Central Lakes Conference Triangular. The 2 visiting teams in for the try. Alexandria and Brainerd on the mat right now. If you are watching on YouTube, the Alexandria wrestler does have a primarily black singlet, but with some red and white on the top.
There we go. Nice moves.
Yep, as Brock Manderscheid was able to maneuver and get that escape. And he got it right before the end of the first period before William Dirks could administer another takedown attempt. So 3-1 the score after the first 2 minutes of wrestling. And now I think the 2 wrestlers will be in the neutral or both on their feet to start the second period.
Yeah, I think William picked that.
Yep, and he's going to try to go through with a double leg, and he'll complete that takedown.
Yep.
So 6-1 now for William Dirks of Brainerd.
It was a quick shot. He was in on Brandon's hips, or Brock's hip, before he even had a chance to defend.
Yeah, so 5-point advantage now for William Dirks of Brainerd. Now he's going to let Brock Manderscheid up. So I wonder if this becomes maybe a 3-for-1 type situation here. You know, go for the takedown, get the release, and now Brock Manderscheid got taken down again to make it 9-2.
I think Brock maybe felt he had an opportunity to hit a throw there, but Dirks easily defended.
Yep, we're moving into the fourth minute now of this bout at 114 pounds, the second one of the night, and another escape as Brock Manderscheid is let go. So
yeah, I think
William Dirks will try to go in for the shot, and comes around, and boy, it seems like William Dirks, not only is he good on his feet, he's very quick.
Yes, yeah. I think he's starting to realize that Brock has, and I've said this a lot about Brock, that he does a nice job on bottom, but it's not a place where you can score very well. So Dirks is maybe going to go to a takedown fest, maybe.
Yeah, and I believe now the score is 14-3 for William Dirks for the for the Brainerd Warriors here. Brainerd and Alexandria. This is the Warriors dual meet opener. In fact, the first competition on the mat this year for Andy Picard's Brainerd High School wrestling team. Central Lakes Conference opponent, common opponent like Alexandria, but unlike Alexandria, both Brainerd and St. Cloud go into Class AAA, Section 8 for the postseason. And we do reach the end of the second 2 minutes of wrestling, and William Dirks leading this one by a score of 14 points to 3.
He's going to
allow Brock to just stand up
and get a point.
Take that point.
Yeah.
So you probably figure, give up a couple of escapes and 2 takedowns, and that should make it into Tech Fall territory.
Right.
And now we've got another takedown here, so 17-4, and now Brock Manderscheid face down on the mat is
going to get a takedown, that'll be it.
Yeah, so 17-5, and if William Dirks gets another takedown, he will get the victory. And he's going to go for a single, and then Brock Manderscheid trying to defend it, and at least he did prevent that takedown from occurring. So Brock Manderscheid kind of going for the legs now, and now William Dirks trying to maybe get a cradle, or some sort of combination there. And
there's the takedown.
Yep,
yeah.
and it's going to end up being the Tech Fall for William Dirks, and that's going to come at 2 minutes and 54 seconds of the match. So we're going to take our first break. During our second duel, Glenwood State Bank School Board in varsity wrestling has Brainerd leading Alexandria 5-3.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website, because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
Third bout of the duel between Alexandria and Brainerd features freshman Cale Stumwall on the mat for the Cardinals against Cole Burhow, a 9th grader for the Brainerd Warriors. And as you're watching on YouTube, Cole Burhow comes out and records a takedown in the first half minute of this bout here. So early advantage to the Brainerd Warriors. Now the...
he's got a...
Yep, Cole Burhow kind of
stack him up here.
Yep, trying to maybe tip him onto his back, but right now Stumwall just kind of riding it out. Cale Stumwall was able to win his season opener earlier tonight, a fall in just under 4 minutes of the bout at 121 against St. Cloud. And now looks like the left arm barred right now, and pretty good leg ride by Cole Burhow here. Really just
nearly got back points there, but Stumwall was able to fight that off.
Yeah. So 3-0, still the advantage for Cole Burhow of the Brainerd Warriors. In working on top here of Cale Stumwall for the Alexandria Cardinals. Now looks like he's going to try to maybe tip and get Stumwall on.
He's got a cross wrist ride, and he's trying to get the hips flat so then he can get some leverage on his other arm to turn him.
Yep, and so far that has not happened, although we're coming down to the closing 10 seconds of this opening period here. 3-0 for Brainerd's Cole Burhauer. And the first period will end with a 3-0 advantage.
Cale kept his hips up. That was good. Get flat. You get your hips flat in the mat, and it's an advantage for your opponent.
Now the wrestlers, I believe, will be both on their feet to begin the second 2 minutes of wrestling here. In case you're just joining us, Alexandria won the earlier duel by a final of 42-34 over the St. Cloud Crush. The Cardinals got 7 pins, 3 right at the start, and then 4 in the middle of the lineup. Luke Kelly, an 8th grader for Alexandria, was able to clinch the team victory with his fall in 41 seconds of his bout at 160 pounds. Here it's 5-3 Brainerd as we're in the third bout. And Cole Burhau is going to
in on a takedown,
get another takedown. It'll be his second. And now the wrestlers get to the edge of the mat.
Here.
Yep, and a possible pinning combination. There it is. It's going to come at 2 minutes and 22 seconds. So Brainerd will increase the lead. It's now the Warriors 11, the Alexandria Cardinals 3. So we move on to the fourth match of the duel tonight. Should be Logan Tim coming out for the Alexandria Cardinals. And I think Crew Dahlheimer should be the opponent here for the Brainerd Warriors.
Yeah.
All right, so Dahlheimer, a freshman, and Logan Tim back on the mat for the Cardinals this year in his senior season.
Got a nice Russian tie there, kind of.
Yep, and now
dropped into a single.
Yep, and now Dahlheimer trying to get in for the takedown, and he is able to record it for the Brainerd Warriors. So 3-0 the advantage here.
That Russian tie, you kind of lock up that arm, and you really have a lot of trouble doing anything. And it's a good setup for a single leg shot.
So
there's a nice arm drag to a double leg.
Yep, after now.
Just got to get hands on the mat. There it is, takedown.
Yep, after Logan Tim got the escape. So 6-1 now for the Warriors, Crew Dahlheimer. And again, he's riding Logan Tim here as the wrestlers out on the edge of the circle. About 3 minutes now into this, or I should say 1 minute into the
first period.
Yep. Match here at St. Cloud Tech High School.
Notice that when the wrestlers are on top for Brainerd, they do a nice cross wrist ride, and this is a popular move now. It's just a kind of roll through tilt.
Yep, and I think
you got some back points.
Yep, let's see how many will be awarded to Dahlheimer here. So
he's trying to work that back into an arm bar with that cross wrist.
Yep, and it looks like 4 near fall points. So that increases the score to 10-1. So, and now they get to the edge of the circle and out. So down to 27 seconds to go in this first 2 minutes of the bout at 127 pounds. And here is Crew Dahlheimer. Yep.
Get back pressure and get to his feet, but Crew did a nice job of matching that pressure, keeping weight on his hands. There's that cross wrist again. He's going to try that roll through tilt if he can get it. No, he's going to take it back the other way.
Yep, and should get some more back points here as the first period's going to come to an end. And I think 4 more near fall points are going to be awarded there. So productive opening period for Crew Dahlheimer of the Brainerd Warriors, as he'll carry a 14-1 advantage in. And with the wrestlers on their feet, Crew Dahlheimer could get a technical fall here with a takedown.
Yeah.
So some arm tying going on here, and
nice
there And that will do it. So tech fall will come at 2 minutes and 13 seconds. That's going to lead us to another break on our Leighton Media platforms. As we go to the break, let's give you the updated numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in varsity wrestling. It's Brainerd 16, Alexandria 3.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
As we come back to the action inside the St. Cloud Tech High School Gymnasium, Logan Becker gets the opportunity to be on the mat here at 133 pounds for Alexandria, matching up against Dossity Fleischacher. So a pair of juniors dueling here, and right now it's a 3-1 advantage for Fleischacher, the Brainerd Warriors wrestler.
I don't know if anybody at home watching that last match. Takedown happened and we're at the end to get a tech fall, but it looked like he took him right to his back, which you should have a continuation. The ref had decided that Logan Tim had went to his back on the takedown, but then got backed off of his back, so that stopped the match there.
Okay, so
otherwise, if you complete a takedown and take the wrestler right to his back, even though the points are there for the tech, you still have the opportunity to get a pin.
Right, because there would be one more team point available for you.
Yeah,
so,
yep.
But as you saw Logan Tim, kind of maneuver a little bit.
Turn himself off of his back right away.
Yeah.
I know both coaches were asking the ref at the break, and I thought maybe that would be something good to point out. People watching. Those in the know would have said, hey,
right.
You should have had a chance for a pin there.
Yeah, well, good clarification. We have our first stoppage of the whole night so far. We did not have any blood time in the duel against between Alexandria and St. Cloud, and I believe the Brainerd wrestler is now being looked over here. I do want to
haven't had their noses bent enough yet.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So say a little bit later on, a couple of Alexandria varsity events going on in the community of Alexandria tonight. The Cardinal boys basketball team, which won the Class AAA state title last year, they will begin their new season and a new postseason home later on, as Alexandria will host St. Cloud Tech. The varsity game at Polig Court inside Alexandria Area High School will get underway around 7:15. Across town at the Runestone Community Center, the Alexandria boys hockey team will host the St. Cloud Crush. The Alexandria girls basketball team's not that far away from where we're at. The Cardinal girls basketball team is over in Cold Spring tonight with a CLC matchup against the Rocori Spartans. We've got wrestling as our broadcast choice tonight. Dave McClurg, Tom Ellison, happy to have you joining us for our broadcast as Alexandria wrestles Brainerd. Right now the Warriors in front. The match between Dossity Fleischacher and Logan Becker is back underway after the blood time served to tend to Fleischacher. And now here is an opportunity for Logan Becker as he's going to get a takedown himself here. And he takes the advantage, then some back points added to that.
Yeah, Fleischacher kind of in a lateral drop position. You could almost see it. Do I do it? Do I do it? And when he did it, Logan was expecting it and was able to catch him.
Very good. So he was able to get 4 near fall points right before the horn. Boy, as a coach, Tommy, you got to be thrilled when your guy can get some points in the last 10 seconds of a period.
Yeah, that's if you finish the period scoring and start the period scoring, those are two really good things to have happen.
Yep, so it's 8-3 for Alexandria's Logan Becker in this bout at 133 pounds. Brainerd has won the last 3 bouts, 2 tech falls and a pin to give the Warriors their 16 points. Alexandria got a decision win from 7th grader Grayson Zerbis to start this match.
Nice hand control and got up and got an escape.
Yep, so that will give Logan Becker another point, and he now has a 9-3 advantage. Logan Becker was able to get a victory, a pin of Connor Fredrickson of St. Cloud in just 58 seconds earlier tonight. Now Logan Becker trying to do a little bit of a headlock here, and now trying to connect.
Fleischacker has Logan's left arm buried deep, and Logan's trying to get that free. He did.
Yeah.
Go back to the middle and get a fresh start at it for both wrestlers.
Yep, now into minute number 4.
Nice head chuck.
Yep, and now Logan Becker's got the right leg.
Got the up,
yep,
nice
and
kick
now
out.
There you go, and the takedown completed for the Cardinals' Logan Becker. So that increases the lead to 9 at 12-3, and now it looks like we may have some stoppage, more blood time here. So, and Logan Becker, again, junior for the Alexandria Cardinals, hoping to go 2-0 to start his season, as he had the pin earlier tonight against St. Cloud. And it really seems that, unfortunately for Dossity Fleischacker, he had the early advantage, but ever since we had the 2 stoppages of blood time, it's been Logan Becker's bout.
Yes, yeah, he...
unfortunate for Fleischacker, very good for Logan Becker that he's been able to navigate through.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And
Dossity, I think that first takedown he had was just based off some of his quickness. Since then, Logan has been wrestling really smart, in great position, and has been able to capitalize on the point.
Yep, so at the moment, with 35 seconds remaining in the second 2-minute period, the Cardinal wrestler Logan Becker has a 12-3 lead. The duel right now favors Brainerd 16-3. Scoreboard updates being brought to you by Glenwood State Bank. Now Dossity Fleischacker trying to get into the up position. Logan Becker still staying on him. Now turns him down and gets him back on the mat, trying to get a pinning combination going here. And he still has some time, about 15 seconds with which to work. Of course, he got a pin late in the second period, or late in the first, actually in the first period earlier tonight. So now some more back points being awarded here to Logan Becker. And that makes it 16-3 after the second 2-minute period. So now,
I think in that, that little sequence there, we talked about that in the first match where Tech was saying that they either pinned or were pinned or got pinned or had pins.
Yeah.
Dossity fought that pressure off real well by changing sides, going back and forth, kind of wiggling his shoulders free. Maybe didn't see that as much in the St. Cloud match.
Now here comes Logan Becker around after Dossity Fleischacker got a shot, and Logan Becker is going to come through with a takedown, and that increases the advantage. It's now 19-3, and that's going to be a Tech fall for Logan Becker. So time of the Tech fall here will be 4 minutes and 24 seconds of the match. And Alexandria gets a bonus point decision there. 5 for the Alexandria Cardinals, and that makes the score Brainerd 16, Alexandria 8. This is the second dual meet that the Alexandria Cardinals are wrestling. Now Isaac Seward will come out onto the mat next for Alexandria. And he'll face very good Brainerd wrestler, junior Jackson Burhow. So,
a little kind of elbow pass for a nice takedown.
Yeah, and Jackson Burhow establishing the early lead.
That cross wrist right again. They're doing a nice job of that. Put a lot of pressure down on the shoulders.
Yep, now trying to tip Isaac Seward, maybe try to get him onto his back. Seward trying to defend and will stay face down. Now he's trying to avoid staying out of a combination here, which could get him in trouble.
He's got a cross body right on, and digging down, get that far shoulder, and that's tough to defend.
So 3-0 at the moment for Jackson Burhow of Brainerd, and he still has close to a minute of this second period with which to increase the advantage. And Isaac Seward just in a tough spot right now for the Alexandria Cardinals.
Nobody's scoring, but
yeah. But again,
Jackson Burhow's in a great position. He's just
trying to get the shoulder blades onto the mat. You know, to Isaac Stewart's credit, you know, he's defending, and I know this is a tough thing to do. You know,
yes, it's your body's twisted, and you got to try and fight hand control and keep your belly or your upper chest, I would say, as flat as you can to the mat, so you don't give up back points.
Yep, still about 20 seconds remaining in this bout here, and now Jackson Burhow trying to bring Isaac Seward around. I think we're going to get some near fall points here. 2 added to Jackson Burhow's total there, so that makes it a 5-0 advantage, and I believe that will be the score after. No. Do we? They do offer 2 more near fall points. So
just right at the buzzer, he got the points.
So 7-0 is the score for Jackson Burhow of Brainerd as we're about to go into the middle 2 minutes.
Isaac deferred and Jackson decided to go on their feet.
Yep, so the 2 wrestlers now getting arm tied here, and see who might be the first aggressor in this second 2 minutes. And right now it looks like Burhow is going in, now finally comes around and
got the 3.
Yep, takedown there to make it 10-0. And even though Isaac Seward was trying to defend, it's like Jackson Burhow just found the right timing to come around the back. And
he just had good hand control. It's kind of an elbow pass where you get underneath it and you just pass the elbow in front of you and do a little go behind, just hop behind the guy.
So 10-0 the score right now. Jackson Burhow, I'm sorry, with the advantage over Isaac Seward of Alexandria.
He's working that tilt again with that cross body and
trying to.
And he got 4 near fall showing.
And
so once he shows that, he'll release the hold. Do something different. Try to get another turn, which would give the tech fall.
So 14-0 right now, and now Isaac Seward able to keep his right shoulder blade off, but
picked up 2 near fall, which give it a tech fall.
So another technical fall for the Brainerd Warriors, and that makes the score now 21-8 for Brainerd. So the situation a little bit dire for Alexandria at the moment here, as the Cardinals have gotten 2 wins out of the first 6 bouts, but 3 tech falls for Brainerd and a pin have the Warriors in front. And now we'll have Connor Zerbis out on the mat for Alexandria, and
Ben Rodriguez.
Yes, for Brainerd. So Zerbis going in for the shot on the left leg here. And so far no takedown completed. And
he can't quite complete it. Rodriguez has got hand control in there with a kind of a shin whizzer, they call it, with grabbing your own shin and putting pressure down on the guy's shoulder. It's tough to score.
And so far Rodriguez still kind of defending with that move. So
Connor's trying to work his way up.
And right now
keeping him at a distance, he can't score.
Right. About to move into the second minute of this bout at 145 pounds.
Now we're going to get stepped out here. They'll be off the mat another inch or so.
So
well defended by Brainerd there.
So Connor Zerbis not able to record any takedown points, at least at the moment. Now the wrestlers back into play.
A lot of good hand fighting here, up and down motion. In and out.
And some arm ties here, and now Ben Rodriguez kind of
slide by.
Yep, and he is able to record that first takedown of the match. So, and it seems to be I don't.
There you go.
Yep, and
nice job, Connor.
Connor Zerbis is going to escape here, so that makes the score 3-1. And now
another
Rodriguez.
He went right over the top on that slide.
yeah. So he slid through the slide. So no takedown there.
No takedown.
So still 3-1 for the Warriors. Ben Rodriguez wrestling this bout at 145 pounds.
He's doing it with that right arm. He has that tie. He just grabs the inside of the elbow and kind of whips it by him, and then able to cut back and get the takedown.
And I think Connor Zerbis
chooses down. Yeah.
Yep. So I think Ben Rodriguez deferred. So Zerbis choosing down to begin the second period.
It's a good position for Connor to choose because he's shown that he's pretty solid down on the bottom.
Yep. Right now Ben Rodriguez staying on a ride here. It looked like he was kind of.
Well, he's got forward pressure there. Nice.
Yep, nice roll there by Connor
Short
Zerbis.
sit out, got to the hips from underneath.
So now the two wrestlers back up on their feet, and now Rodriguez and Zerbis battling, and Ben Rodriguez not able to come around.
No, good battles there.
Yep, Connor Zerbis defending, and so still 3-2 for the Warriors. Ben Rodriguez now approaching 3 minutes time elapsed in this bout at 145 pounds.
I think Connors just has to maybe get off of that right arm or left arm tie there, because that seems to be a comfortable spot for Rodriguez with that slide by.
Yeah, Rodriguez tried to go in for a shot at Connor Zerbis' left leg, and Connor defended that pretty well. So now the arms tied up again. Now Rodriguez trying to come around.
Trying to get a go behind here.
Yep,
but
and Connor
well
Zerbis,
defended.
Yeah, it seems like he's picked up on that within his bout here. So nice adjustment on the fly for Connor Zerbis.
Yes.
So again, the two wrestlers working on their feet right now. Approaching a half minute remaining in the second 2 minute period. Now Connor Zerbis kind of going in for the head, and wrestlers still kind of locking arms, and now Zerbis going in for the single leg shot.
Yeah.
But the wrestlers get off the mats, so or out of the circle anyway. So
I think Brainerd wrestlers get a little out of position at times. I think Connor's going to be able to capitalize on that once we get later into this bout.
Yep, 3-2 for Ben Rodriguez of Brainerd, approaching the closing seconds of the second period. Let's see if somebody can get some points right at the horn here. And now Zerbis looking to spin around, but the wrestlers kind of just doing a little sparring there, and second period ends with only 1 point scored in the period. That was the Connor Zerbis escape. So it is a 3-2 lead for Ben Rodriguez.
That last little sequence there where Brainerd was trying to do that little slide by. Again, I said he's getting out of position, and he was, and Connor almost capitalized on that. But
now Connor Zerbis is in the up position or top for the third 2 minutes. Ben Rodriguez looking to escape here to increase his advantage, and right now Connor Zerbis
in control.
Yep.
This is a good spot for.
Yep. And now Rodriguez is able to get the escape. So could very well be the next takedown here will be very important in terms of trying to determine who wins this. If Connor Zerbis gets it, then he likely would go in front, and if Ben Rodriguez secures it, then he's going to increase his advantage. So 4-2 for Ben Rodriguez in the bout at 145 pounds. Brainerd leads the duel by 13. Alexandria with 2 wins so far. Brainerd with 4, and that's made the Warriors the team with the advantage at 21-8. But now we're approaching the 6th minute of this match at 145 pounds. Little spin here, and Ben Rodriguez is able to come around and record the takedown.
I was just going to say that Connor can't go down to his knees, because that's what Rodriguez wants. If you get Connor on his knees, and he does that little go behind, which he's pretty good with.
And now the wrestlers kind of roll toward the edge of the circle and out of the circle. So 7-2 the score for Ben Rodriguez of Brainerd over Connor Zerbis of Alexandria.
Right.
And
push back now, push back, get back pressure, yep.
Yep, trying to get off his knees right now. He still has about a half a minute. And what he'd like to do, Connor Zerbis, if he can't get a reversal, at least escape and then see if there's maybe a magical 5 to 7 point move there.
Yeah.
So
we're kind of locked in that shin whizzer again, which is
and now Connor Zerbis able to come around. He'll get 2 on the reversal there.
So I think Brainerd was happy with. He got to a point where like, okay, I'm not going to put myself in danger here. He gave up the reversal, knowing that he's ahead by 3 yet.
Yep, and that ultimately will be the margin of victory. So the Warriors will tack on 3 team points, and we're going to take a 30-second timeout. Updating the numbers in Central Lakes Conference Wrestling on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Brainerd now leads Alexandria 24-8.
Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
Welcome back to St. Cloud Tech High School, along with Tom Ellison and our videographer, J.P. Boline. I am DMAC Dave McClurg with the play-by-play. Easton Dirks for Brainerd now matching up against Ty Larson. And right away, Easton Dirks able to go to work to get a couple of takedowns. Ty Larson, couple of escapes. So right now a 6-2 advantage here. And now Ty Larson trying to work his way around, but
potentially dangerous there.
Yep, so that's going to stop wrestling and have the wrestlers go back into the center. Now, shot attempt here by Easton Dirks, not successful. So wrestlers kind of locking up the arms and the shoulders, and now a little bit of a toss. And
nice double.
Yep, Easton Dirks able to record that 3rd takedown of the first period of wrestling. And now he's
tough early season test for Ty to go against somebody as accomplished as Easton. He's, like I said, ranked 3rd in the state. Interesting thing about that is there's a Carlson from Wilmer, same section, ranked 2.
Oh, geez.
And there's a Nick Strand from Bemidji, same section, ranked number 4. So.
Oh, boy. Boy, it makes you wonder if it's going to stay that way as we get the pin recorded here. Easton Dirks is going to get the fall in 1 minute and 22 seconds, and Brainerd's going to add to its lead. But it'll be intriguing to see if later on in February, if all those wrestlers will stay in that same weight.
Yeah.
I would think it would behoove some of them to shift around, but
a little bit.
Which ones would be willing to do that? So
I think last year they all maybe beat each other once or something, and it was quite the battle.
So now Luke Kelly is going to be on the mat for the Alexandria Cardinals, and it looks like Nolan Jukic is going to be on the mat for Brainerd. So Warriors, by the way, now lead the duel by a score of 30-8. So
nice. Fight it off. There you go.
And toss there, and Luke Kelly's going to record the takedown before they get to the edge of the mat. So
stayed tough and hung in there and drove right through the legs and got the double leg.
So now a separation here, an escape point for Nolan Jukic. This is the bout at 160 pounds. Alexandria won the earlier duel against St. Cloud, 42-34, but Brainerd in front by 22 at the moment.
That's a deep shot, but he had his head in the middle. That's
not
where you want to get in at.
Right, and will Luke Kelly try to counter here? He's able to defend pretty well, and then the wrestlers
go off the mat.
Yep, so 1 minute now into the bout at 160 pounds.
Another shot by Luke.
Yep,
Nice.
double leg, it looks like.
Yep.
And gets the takedown there, so now a 6-1 advantage for 8th grader Luke Kelly. He had a fall against St. Cloud's Tommy Herring earlier this evening, and that was the 4th successive pin for Alexandria at that point of the match, and it clinched Alexandria's team victory. Now he's trying to turn Nolan Jukic over here, but Jukic goes face down on the mat and now tries to work his way up.
Yeah, Luke's doing a nice job of keeping him off balance, shifting sides, trying to collapse one side down, forward pressure, hand control.
Down to about 15 seconds to go in this first period of wrestling here between Luke Kelly of Alexandria and Nolan Jukic of Brainerd. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, both of the wrestlers are wearing rather dark singlets. Alexandria's has some white and red trim toward the top, you know, indicative of the red. Actually, if you look at it from afar, does look like a set of wings.
Yes. Yep.
So pretty slick combination there. Jukic was able to get an escape point right before the end of the period. So it is 6-2 now for Luke Kelly of Alexandria. Now the Brainerd wrestler, Jukic, trying to maintain a hold. Luke Kelly standing up. He hasn't been able to break free. Now I think he breaks the, nope, not yet. Looks like one leg still in control. So
Luke did a nice job of getting his hips back and got stood up.
Yeah.
Still hasn't been a word of the point. You have to break contact there to get the escape.
Yep, and so far to this point it has
There
not happened.
Yeah.
Now they do award the escape point. So Luke Kelly up by a score of 7-2 in this bout. And now the wrestlers both on their feet.
Nice shot again by Luke.
And he gets the takedown there. Pretty clean by Luke Kelly. And now tries to maintain some control there over Brainerd's Nolan Jukic. 10-2 now the count for Alexandria's Luke Kelly.
Kind of got an over-the-top wrist, and I know he's working underneath to try and get an inside wrist, which will allow more control. There it is, got an inside. Got the ankle hooked in the back.
Yep, and
trying to break the hips down the mat so you get better control. There you go, nice job.
Almost as you're
speaking, it happens.
Right, yeah, that's excellent commentary. So Luke Kelly continuing to maintain the advantage. No further points added to his total. He's up by 8, which right now is in a good spot for a bonus point opportunity for Alexandria. Still,
Jukic underneath has not presented much. You know, he's just kind of hanging out down there.
Yeah, and he's
fighting pressure, not really building up to try and get an escape.
Yep.
Only when Luke has gotten us out of position does he then come up.
Yeah, right now Jukic trying to escape, and I believe he does get the escape point right before the end of the period. So that makes it 10-3 in favor of the Cardinals' Luke Kelly. So the two wrestlers about to get back into action, and they will both be up on their feet to start the third period. Luke Kelly going in for the shot here. And he got put on his back.
Yeah,
Nolan Jukic
stayed and reached.
Yep, and he ends up getting the pin, and that one really blew up on the Alexandria Cardinals.
Yeah.
The fall for Nolan Jukic will come at 4 minutes and 13 seconds. We're going to take a 30-second break, and we update the numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Brainerd now leads Alexandria 36-8.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
We return to St. Cloud Tech High School with more Alexandria Cardinal wrestling. Our bout at 172 pounds has senior Zach Brazina on the mat for Alexandria. Lucas Lind is his opponent for the Brainerd Warriors. Lucas Lind is a senior, as is Zach Brazina. Right now, the wrestlers both on their feet, kind of locking up. Some arm ties.
Yep.
And kind of hunched in, but so far really no aggressive effort by either wrestler through nearly a minute of this bout.
They both are really focused on tying up arms and holding tight there. There was a nice shot by Lind.
Yep, he's
in on a signal.
On the right leg, but
there's a cross.
Yeah, and Zach Brazina defending that, so no points awarded here.
Yeah.
And now a little bit of a tilt, if you will. Right now, Zach Brazina kind of with his.
Lind is trying to hold one leg down and push the other one over his head, but Zach has pinched his legs together and caught his head in there. So.
Yeah. So, was the stoppage there for a potentially?
No, it was just a stalemate.
Okay, stalemate. So now the wrestlers back on their feet. Down to about 30 seconds to go in the first 2 minutes of wrestling here. Brainerd up by a score of 36-8, so the Warriors will not be caught in this duel. Now Lucas Lind trying to record the shot for the takedown, and he is finally going to record it with about 10 seconds to go in the period.
He got in on a single leg and was able to draw it in enough to maintain control.
So we reach the end of the first period. Lucas Lind of Brainerd leading Zach Brazina of Alexandria 3-0. Team score right now has Alexandria with 8 points and Brainerd with 36. So the maximum number that the Cardinals could get from this point forward would be 24, and potentially with the heavyweight open, I don't know if Alexandria is going to send anybody out. Again, the outcome no longer in doubt here. So Zach Brazina now trying to defend against a shot here by Lind. Lind with the single leg, and he is going to get that takedown. So scored a takedown late in the first period, now gets one in the first half minute of period 2. So he's got a 6-0 advantage at the moment here. And now Zach Brazina trying to maneuver around here. Right now it looks like he's got one of his arms locked up, and it seems like Lind controlling the midsection a little bit too.
He's got a deep waist and inside the other arm. Now Zach has done a little turnaround. I think he's going to let him go.
Yep. So
feeling like he can get another takedown here.
Yep, 6-1 now the score for Lucas Lind. And now Lind trying to go in for a toss there. And
that didn't work.
Nope, defended by Zach Brazina. Now
there to go, Zach. Pick that leg up now.
Yeah, can he get the other leg kicked out? No, not quite. So now Lucas Lind is going to try to work his way around.
Scoot his hips around, get around behind him. He's got that leg hook that's going to be 2.
And now it's going to come. So a 3-point takedown there for Lucas Lind. So. And now a 9-1 advantage here for Lind with about 20 seconds to go in the second 2 minutes of wrestling here. Now the wrestlers getting to the edge of the mat, and
I don't know if the Brainerd wrestler is going to mount much offense on top. He's just kind of hanging out there and putting pressure on and not.
And so the horn's going to sound, and Lucas Lind will carry a 9-1 lead into period number 3. I think Zach Brazina gets the choice for the third period here.
Yeah, this is a smart move. Zach's really good on top. He's got a tough cradle, one of the better ones I've seen on the Alex squad, so he's got to try and put that to work for him. Got to keep Lind down on the mat to be able to master this. And
and now Lucas Lind attempting to stand up, and
there's a good cross face. Now he's going to work it back.
Yeah, and see if he can gain some, advantage.
Lynn's being smart. He's grabbed a hold of that front wrist and going to keep it out. Anytime you got somebody that's really good at cradles, you got to keep that wrist out.
Yep. Now Zach Brzezina again trying to work his way and tip Lucas Lind over, but Lind again.
He's working hard on that cradle, but
right. But Lind seems to be defending it, but there's a lot of time left to play defense here.
Right.
And now here's
Lind's going to come out of here.
And he's going to end up getting the reversal there. So that's going to be 2 points on the reversal. So 11-1 now the count here for Lucas Lind. Now he's going to try to keep the middle and the upper body Zach Brzezina controlled here.
He's got inside wrist on there, kind of rolling it back, trying to get it on his back. Good forward pressure, keeping Zach down on his belly.
11-1 for Lucas Lind. Right now, if you're watching on YouTube, he is the wrestler that is up on top of the Alexandria wrestler, that being Zach Brzezina. Still about 15 seconds to go in the match here at 172 pounds.
A cross wrist ride, and Zach's got to get his shoulders up, get his hips out in front of him a little bit so he can create some space. There he goes.
Yep, and it will end up being a major decision here for the Brainerd Warriors' Lucas Lind. So since the tech fall by Logan Becker back at 133 pounds, the Warriors have now won, I believe, 5 consecutive matches, and that increases Brainerd's lead up to 32 at 40-8. So the bout is next at 189 pounds. We did see Hudson Marty, a freshman, come into this spot earlier tonight against St. Cloud.
Yeah, we got Nico Young from Brainerd.
Yep.
Nico's a junior.
Yep, so Hudson Marty on the mat here for Alexandria.
It's like both wrestlers being a little bit cautious to start.
Yep, this is our bout at 189 pounds in a full 13 bout match. This would be a number 11. We have had bouts in the previous 10 weights. Uncertain if we're going to have a bout at the heavyweight, being that the outcome of the team duel is no longer in doubt. Now the Cardinals, Hudson Marty going in for a shot here, and then a little bit of a roll around there. Did any seem like a lot of activity for no points being scored? Yeah. So, and now
not so Nico was in a position to score, but defended that well.
Yeah, so no points either way. The wrestlers will come back to the center of the circle. Now again locking up with some arms and hands, and
they both are just kind of keeping each other at distance. A couple collar ties. Well, there's a pretty good shot there.
Yeah.
Nice single leg. Get it up in the air. Get it off to the side of your body.
Yep. So far.
Kick out the other leg. There you go.
Yep. He tries to kick out, but it's defended there by Nico Young, and
Nico kind of hopped over the top of it.
Yep. And now Hudson Marty's going to bring him back.
On the mat and try it. Oh, they lost the leg.
Yep. And now
a counter shot.
Right. And there is going to be a takedown for Nico Young. So he
double leg. Oh, he's got a half on too.
Yeah, and now he's going to try to get
back points.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
Near fall points here, and it could be a possible pinning combination. It looked like Hudson Marty was able to bridge up there to avoid getting pinned.
Yep.
He's going to try to ride this out for the last few seconds, but we're going to have some more
near fall. 3.
Yep, 3 near fall points being awarded to Nico Young. So 6-0 the score with just a few seconds remaining in the opening 2 minutes here in the bout at 189 pounds. And now Nico Young in the up position. Wrestlers kind of moving around on the mat.
But kind of a unique roll through there that Hudson did, but Nico stayed with him.
So I believe Nico Young will defer to Hudson Marty for the choice to begin the second 2 minutes of wrestling.
Hudson wanted to go down.
And Nico Young with a 6-0 advantage here. And he's going to stay in the up position is the Brainerd wrestler. Trying to just make sure that Hudson Marty does not navigate for an escape or a reversal. But
got a little high, way high, yeah.
And now
Nice,
Hudson Marty,
oh my goodness.
A little bit of a roll around, almost, but not quite. And Nico Young able to make sure that he did not get subject to a reversal there. So still 6-0 for the Brainerd wrestler. Now into minute number 3 of this bout at 189 pounds.
We're getting into a dangerous position here for Hudson.
Yep, now he gets put on his back, and here could be a pinning combination here, and it's gonna come, and it's gonna be at 2 minutes and 53 seconds for Brainerd's Nico Young. Another 30-second break along our latent media platforms. Updating the numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard, it now reads Brainerd 46, Alexandria 8.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
As we come back to action at St. Cloud Tech High School, Grant Hansen, a sophomore for Alexandria, heads to the mat, matching up against Tice Faber, a fellow sophomore from the Brainerd Warriors. And right now, it is a 3-1 advantage. Tice Faber able to get the early takedown. Grant Hansen got an escape. So now the wrestlers both on their feet, kind of locking up. Now a single leg takedown attempt, and that is successful for Tice Faber. And he now takes a 6-1 advantage. Now trying to get Grant Hansen on his back.
Did pick up 3 near fall there. He's
kind of
having his way in that first minute here.
Yeah, all action in the opening 60 seconds here, and it's a 9-1 lead for Tice Faber of Brainerd. The Warriors have done very, very well in their season opener, and now Grant Hansen trying to keep at least one shoulder blade off the mat. Now Tice Faber trying to get a tight hold here for a possible pin. He's close.
Yeah.
And Grant Hansen trying to continue to maneuver, trying to keep one shoulder blade off the mat. And I think he now arched up a little bit and should probably, avoid at least at the moment. And now looks like
got him back
Tice
down.
Faber,
Yeah.
Yep, trying to get a different pinning combination, and he's going to get it. And it's going to come at 1 minute and 48 seconds.
Yeah, sometimes you get on your back like that, sometimes it's hard to fight it off for a long time, especially when the top wrestler's switching side to side and creating different pressure.
Yeah, and I think what we're going to see is no heavyweight bout here. I think the Brainerd Warriors will be awarded the forfeit, and so Brainerd will get the forfeit, and that will give the Warriors a win by 50 over Alexandria. Cardinals only able to win a couple of bouts in the duel against the Brainerd Warriors. So the final reads on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard: Brainerd 58, Alexandria 8. This is People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM, audio as well through the Voice of Alexandria app. Our thanks to Integrity Title of Alexandria for being our signature streaming sponsor of our Alexandria Cardinal sports play-by-play all throughout the 2025-26 school year. So that's going to do it for our play-by-play portion of the wrestling competition tonight. Stay close. We're going to get rolling with our Jutner Motors post-match report. But right now on our Leighton Media platforms, we'll enjoy a few words from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted Best Real Estate Company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, RX Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors, serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CIRAC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
At St. Cloud Tech High School, the Alexandria Cardinal varsity wrestling team begins its season with a split in the Central Lakes Conference duels. The St. Cloud Crush hosted Alexandria to start the duel, or in this case, the Tech Triangular, but the first duel for the Cardinals, and that ended up being a win, 42-34. And then Brainerd very dominant on the mat in the second duel of the night. Out of the 13 contested bouts, the Warriors won 11, and Brainerd goes on to defeat Alexandria by a final score of 58-8. And we welcome you to our Jutner Motors post-match coverage, along with Tom Ellison and our videographer, J.P. Boleen. I am DMAC Dave McClurg. And we're going to have a couple of Alexandria wrestlers joining us upstairs here at Tech High School as part of our Jutner Motors post-match coverage. And I believe it'll be Grayson Zerbis and also the Cardinals junior Logan Becker, who are set to be our special guests. But they'll be coming upstairs. But Alexandria able to win the first duel of the night against the Brainerd Warriors. The final ended up being 42-34. Alexandria came out. Pins right away from Grayson Zerbis at 107. Brock Manderscheid in just 37 seconds at 114. And Cale Stumvoll at 121. And Alexandria was up. St. Cloud got the next two bouts, but then 4 in a row started by Logan Becker and then finished off by Luke Kelly. And Alexandria would get the victory by a final score of 42-34. And then only 2 wins, and ironically, both of our post-match guests are going to be joining us upstairs, and they were involved in the 2 head-to-head wins against the Brainerd Warriors, that being 7th grader Grayson Zerbis and junior Logan Becker. And I think we're going to visit with Grayson first of all. Grayson, nice to be visiting with you. I'm D-Mac, and we've got Tom Ellison joining us. I'm going to ask you, first of all, congratulations on starting your season with a couple of wins. How good are you feeling after your performance here?
I'm feeling great after this. I felt nervous afterwards, but now I'm feeling up on the world.
Yeah, I don't want to get the microphone too loud. If you want to adjust your volume a little bit, you feel free. But you were able to get the victory to start the night against the St. Cloud Crush. I think you had to wrestle, close to 5 minutes in that bout. You actually were trailing in that first match that you had. What turned around for you there to get the comeback win and the pin?
Kratzky yelling at me to hurry up.
Oh, really? So,
coach motivation.
Yep.
Yes, excellent. Grayson, your second bout of the night was against the Brainerd Warriors. Now there you ended up wrestling the full 6 minutes. How would you assess your performance in getting the 8-6 decision win over your Brainerd opponent?
I was really slow at the beginning and needed to pick it up at the end.
Okay, very good. We are getting together with Grayson Zerbis. He is our Quality Toyota Cardinal Athlete, player of tonight's match for his work against the St. Cloud Crush, getting the pin there, and ultimately he would go on to go 2-0 on the night. With the choices that you have, Grayson, wrestling is your sport of choice during the winter time. What drew you to the sport?
When my brother was starting wrestling, my mom brought me into the room and I just connected right away.
Very good. I know it does involve a lot of hard work, but what's it like to be in the wrestling room with a lot of other guys that have a drive similar to you do?
It helps me a lot to keep on pushing and keep on going when it gets hard.
Very good. Tom Ellison, I'll let you talk with Grayson here for a couple of moments, and then we'll bring Logan Becker in.
Yeah, Grayson, during that first match, that St. Cloud wrestler had a lot of height on you, and the length, it seemed, gave you a little bit of fits right away because he was able to almost reach out and get the takedown. And he got a couple takedowns on you early, but strategies you have when you get somebody that's taller than you. Do you think there's some things that you need to do?
Try to get under his legs and get out of it right away so you don't get stuck under.
Right. And the drive that you had in that match served you well because you could see it in that late in the second period, I think, is that you scored a takedown, and then from then it was all you. So congratulations on a nice win.
Thank you.
I know that you're a very young wrestler in terms of varsity experience, but what goals, Grayson, are you setting for yourself this year? What do you want your 7th grade year on the Cardinal varsity to become?
Try to place at sections.
Okay. All right. Do you know a whole lot about your opponents at all that you might face in the sections, or is that something you're going to learn as the season goes on?
Not at all, but I'll learn.
Yeah.
Very good.
It'll come to you.
Yep.
Real quick, I think.
Excellent. So we will let Logan Becker, if you want, Logan, you can take the mic, and nice to meet you.
Step down here.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Good look at
D-Mac and Tom Ellison. We've got the camera over there if you want to look in. And Logan, what interested you in the sport of wrestling? Because I know you've been doing it for a few years now.
Yeah, I started in kindergarten. There wasn't really a lot of sports for kindergartners at the time, and I went to Bravo for how long, and I started wrestling and just kind of connected. It took me a while to get into it, but as second and third grade came, it started to become more. I got more into it anyway, and then I came to Alec, and it's been a huge change.
Roughly how many years have you now been in the Alexandria community?
This would be my third year in the Alexandria.
Okay, very good. And your impressions of the two matches that you wrestled, I know that you were able to get a pin against St. Cloud earlier, and at that point St. Cloud was starting to come back into the match, and I kind of thought you helped to turn the tide for your team. How did you feel about your effort there?
I felt great. It took me a little while to get it going, but once I started getting it, it kind of came naturally. And then once I got that bar, I turned them pretty quick, and that's kind of what started it.
We are visiting right now with Logan Becker from the Alexandria Cardinal wrestling team. He would go 2-0. His teammate off to his left, Grayson Zerbis, also went 2-0 on the night as Alexandria got a split in its Central Lakes Conference Triangular. Regarding your technical fall victory against the Brainerd Warriors wrestler, we honored you as our quality Toyota athlete of the Brainerd duel because of that, but what worked well for you in getting that victory?
Yeah, I think just staying aggressive there. He came out real aggressive, and it was hard to kind of match his pace, but once I did, it was a little bit easier to score points on him. I did start a little slow, gave up a takedown, but I didn't want to let that happen again. That was kind of a turning point for me.
Right. It really seemed that the longer that match went on, it seemed like you really kind of found your groove on the mat.
Yeah, I was really looking for a pin there, but I'll take a tech. It would have been nice to have a pin, maybe get some more effort coming from the rest of the team, but we think we still wrestled pretty hard.
I might have another question or two for you, Logan, in just a moment, but I'll let Coach Ellison, my broadcast partner, share his impressions and maybe ask a question or two of you as well.
Yeah, that match in St. Cloud where you started that run, we got like 4 pins in a row.
Yeah.
You've been on that side where somebody in front of you in the weight class before you gets a pin. How motivated are you to follow that up when that happens?
I'm really motivated. When someone gets a pin in front of me, it just gets everyone's spirits up, and then you get out there, and then you just have twice as much energy coming out.
Yeah, and that's one of the neat aspects about team wrestling.
Yeah.
We all know it's an individual sport. You're out there on the mat competing all by yourself. There's nobody there to help you or pass you the ball or help you stand up or anything. It's you against the opponent, but that team aspect is big.
Right. It's really nice if you got people cheering you on. If you get loud, I think we need to get better at that a little bit. If we can get louder, I think we can get a lot more kids pumped up. And
well, I think Kratzky does that for you.
Yeah, he does. But I think we need more kids to do that too.
Yeah, right.
Maybe that will rub off with the teammates.
Right. I hope it does.
Yeah.
Logan, this is your junior year in Alexandria. What expectations have you put out for the season? What do you want this season to be from your perspective?
Yeah. I'm making it to state this year. That's how I feel. I'm going to state, and really making it to state is huge. But I want to go further. I want to place.
I know Grayson's going to find out more about his section opponents as the season goes along. How about your knowledge of who you might face in the section? Do you anticipate there are some guys that will come up on your schedule that you've already wrestled previously in the section?
I'm not quite sure on that. I did see one kid from Park Rapids that was ranked, but otherwise I don't know a whole lot of my opponents at this weight. I've kind of jumped some weight classes, but I do know a couple of the kids a little bit lower. Honestly, coming out to the section tournament, I think I have a really good shot to make it to state. I don't see a lot of kids ranked. Don't see a lot of kids at that 133, 127 mark. I'm hoping to cut down a little bit.
Yeah, and I think also it's important for both of you, to keep an eye on what's out there and know your opponents, but focus one match at a time, 1 week at a time, one event at a time. Practice your skills, get good at them, build confidence, roll into that off season with that confidence, and then whatever happens, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know your coaches are working on you guys to bring that mentality as one match at a time, and we're going to take it and keep building each week.
Yep.
Right?
can't look too far ahead.
Right.
You got to focus on your match at the time.
Yes. Yep. It's okay to know what's out there. Right. But focus at one at a time.
Yep.
Logan, what about the Alexandria Cardinal team? Again, you got a few seniors that make up the lineup. You're an underclassman, but there are several underclassmen already getting very important mat time. How good can the Alexandria Cardinals be this year?
Yeah, I think we can go far. I mean, we're gonna have to fix quite a few things, but our younger guys, I mean, we're great. I mean, Grayson here, 7th grader, he showed a lot, and I think we got a lot of younger guys like Kale and Hudson Marty's, guys like that. They can go far, I think.
Yeah, Luke Kelly.
Luke Kelly's very good.
You guys you got a little bit of a young squad, but I've been really impressed with the way you guys work and the attitude you bring to the mat.
Yep.
And that's going to carry you a long ways this season.
Yeah, we got a lot of young guys, but as they get older, they're going to be great, and even now they're great.
Yeah, as they get some seasoning during the year, right? Yeah.
Very good. Gentlemen, we'll talk to you when we get into our break here. I've got a couple of things I want to give you after we get done on the air, but congratulations on the 2 wins tonight, and Logan, best to you throughout the season.
Thank you.
And Grayson, best wishes to you throughout the season as well. So Grayson Zerbis and Logan Becker are quality Toyota Cardinal athletes of tonight's broadcast. Alexandria goes 1-1 during the triangular at St. Cloud Tech High School. We've got more of our Junkner Motors post-match coverage, but first on our platforms, we enjoy these words from our Alexandria Cardinals sports boosters.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind, because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Resorts Marine in Osakas. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Osakas.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new unused equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best, piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center, for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
We are back one final time at St. Cloud Tech High School with our Jutna Motors post-game coverage, or post-match coverage in this case, being that we had wrestling on the air tonight. Special thanks to Grayson Zerbis and to Logan Becker for joining us as our post-match guests. Our post-match interviews brought to you by Quality Toyota. How far would you drive for a great deal from Quality Toyota? Final thoughts, Tom. Alexandria goes 1-1. A very hectic December schedule starts here in St. Cloud.
Yeah.
Then a turnaround. I believe the Cardinals will have 2 more duels coming up tomorrow night down in Grove City with ACGC and Tracy Milroy Ballatin.
You're right. Yeah, and they look good tonight. I think, first match out. Obviously, there's things that they need to work on, but they competed hard. They didn't quit. They made a few mistakes. Those are things that are correctable. Luke Kelly was kind of in control of that match against Brainerd and got a little extended on a takedown attempt and got tossed to his back. Well, as a 8th grader, Luke at Wrestling 160, that's still, I would take that because he just works hard every time out. Yeah.
Very good. So Alexandria goes 1-1. Defeating the St. Cloud Crush 42-34, and then Brainerd defeats Alexandria 58-8. So the Cardinals back in action tomorrow night. Our next wrestling broadcast will be coming up on January 13th with Alexandria at Minnewaska. Tom, great to connect with you once again.
Yes,
Always enjoy talking about Alexandria Cardinal wrestling. And I hope you, Julie, and the family have a very happy holiday season, and we'll look forward to talking to you not that far away down at Minnewaska Area High School.
I'm sure it's going to come up real quick. But, yeah, same to you. I hope everybody out there has a great holiday season with, Christmas coming forward here. And we're definitely in the throes of winter, aren't we, with the temperatures and the snow. But it's great to be in the wrestling gymnasium and seeing these guys get out and compete.
Very good. Tom Ellison joins me as my broadcast partner for Alexandria Cardinal Wrestling. Big thanks to all of the boosters of our Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage. Special thanks to Jutna Motors for presenting our post-match report. Next up for our Alexandria play-by-play on our Leighton Media platforms, Cardinal girls basketball tomorrow night. Alexandria at Sartell at 7:15. We'll take air with the Jutna Motors pregame show around 6:45. For KXRA studio engineer Jackson and for our videographer JP Boline and my broadcast partner Tom Ellison, this is DMAC, Dave McClurg. Thanks for listening in, and so long from St. Cloud Tech High School.